Is that?
I was trying to show you. Yeah, you're on. Yep.
Well, welcome back to the New South Wales GC Women's Open Singles Championship, and we are now watching the final between Rosie Landreeb and Brenda Lee Peat. They've just started. Brenda Lee is playing blue and black, and you can see that she's just put her blue into the jaws of hoop one. Welcome back, Gareth. Had a nice lunch?
Yes, thanks, Malcolm. Yes, welcome everybody back to Manly on this slightly overcast afternoon. And unfortunately for Rosie, she's just popped Brenda through hoop one. But yes, no, we've been very lucky with the weather so far, because it's been threatening to rain reasonably hard this afternoon, but the clouds haven't broken very much, and we should be okay for the rest of this final. So just to recap, this morning Brenda Lee beat Janine Sissons in straight games. Both unfortunately were affected by time restrictions, but in both cases Janine won by 2 hoops.
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee won by 2 hoops. And in the other semi-final, Rosie was the winner over Liz Montague. In a very enthralling battle, Liz took out the first game, and then Rosie battled back to take the next 2 with a very, very strong performance. So Brenda Lee just playing that slightly hampered shot out of hoop 1, and we'll soon get into the swing of what's happening in this final. Best of 3.
Caught us off guard, didn't they, starting?
They certainly did, yes. We all had to scramble. It was like it's like the fire alarm went off, and we all had to get in the fire engine.
Well, we didn't listen to the fire alarm come through, the fire engine.
Yeah.
So Rosie's now playing the red. I think she's got a clear shot to hoop 2.
Oh, that's on its way. It's just going to the right.
Just the right.
All right, so black in a very tasty position. So just to recap on our players that we've got here, we'll tell you a little bit about each player. Just wait to see what Brenda Lee does with this black ball on hoop 2. Sends it into the jaws, and Rosie might be able to jump that. It's going to be difficult for her to extract it, Malcolm.
I think so.
So I'd share this stream to our social medias so people know that we are live. And
we are live.
Yep, that would be. Yep, if you're watching, please do share on your social media so that we can get as many viewers as possible. One of the challenges for us is that, you know, we had about 80 viewers this morning, but of course we've now got a new link, so not everyone might be able to find that. Anyway, Rosie stops the possibility of the blue nudging the black through, and instead she's going to rely on her red ball, which is on the north boundary, trying to extract the black, I would imagine. Brenda Lee looks as if she might actually be taking quite a long shot at the black, about 10 yards away. Oh no, she's just tickling the blue up. Okay. So Rosie with a chance here, 7 yards away from the black. Try and get that black out of its cosy position, nestled between the wires of the jaws. She shoots and she gets it out beautifully.
Well
gets
done.
it out fantastically. And Brenda Lee's decision to put her blue in is vindicated to a large extent, because even though that black has come out, the blue is looking
good.
Looking good.
Looking good.
It's about 3 yards away at a slight angle. And
So-
of course, Brenda Lee is the first in with the black.
and putting pressure on with good placement.
So quite a gap between these two players in terms of their experience and current rankings. Or as Rosie just misses that clearance on her opposition there. Brenda Lee is a comparative newcomer to the game in comparison to Rosie, and certainly over the last couple of seasons has only played about 40 ranking games. She's currently ranked about 48th in Australia in terms of the women, and nice little result for her there, ending up in the Jaws. And she has a D grade of about 1600. Rosie, by comparison, has so much experience it's frightening. She is a very, very experienced association croquet player with world ranking games stretching back to the early 90s, and her participation in GC events has been as prolific. She's had over 550 GC games in her career, and she's currently Australia's 8th ranked woman. She used to be as high as Australia's number 2, and she's been runner-up in this event before. So she's really very, very experienced. So it's going to be a very interesting game, a very up-and-coming, rapidly improving player against somebody who's really been around for a very long time, Malcolm.
Yes, indeed. And we can see there Brenda Lee attempted to peel her ball or knock her ball through, but was not able to succeed with that. But she still has the shot now with blue to run hoop 2 to go to a 2-0 lead.
And that is 2-0. Anything clever you can do there, Malcolm, to stop the red from having first ball in at the next hoop?
Well, you could just place it, run the hoop, and place your blue in such a position that red is hampered or blocked. Quite difficult to do. Judging it, whether you hit the ball cleanly or not, but that's what might have been an option, and she may have been attempting to do that, but just hit it a little bit long.
So Rosie played a red in, which seemed to have a good weight, but one of the things that you'll pick up during this commentary, this coverage, is that because of the parallax and the depth of field of the cameras, it's often difficult to get a precise bearing on where the balls are. And so sometimes we make mistakes, don't we, Malcolm? Or I make mistakes. Malcolm doesn't make mistakes. I probably should qualify that.
But having seen that, I think the previous camera shot showed us that that blue is in a running position if it's not now blocked by yellow.
You mean red?
I do mean red, thank you.
Yep.
I don't make mistakes.
No, absolutely.
Just from colourblind.
Quite. Oh, nice shot.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, great shot. Really, really good. So this tournament, as pretty much all croquet tournaments, being played in an incredibly jovial and sports person-like atmosphere. All the competitors doing their best to gee each other up and encourage each other to play at their best and
Yes.
show great humour in all the highs and lows of the luck that's associated with some of the shots that happen from time to time.
And Rosie just played a beautiful centre
Are
ball
we
clearance.
timed? Is the final timed?
I believe so,
That is a
yeah.
good question. I think the finals are timed, but the big difference, Boyd, is that the semi-finals were double banked, so they had the two games going at the same time, and that meant that often one game would have to stop while the other game finished their hoop, whereas we're not going to get the same problem in this one.
Yep.
And both of these players play, with a good cadence and a good rhythm, and they're I don't expect that time will become an issue unless they have an incredible clearing duel at one particular hoop.
Yes, yes.
So they're going to get timed out in this game.
yeah. Okay, all right, fair point.
Ethan has asked us a question whether it's best of 3 or best of 5. It depends on the conditions of play. The conditions of play for this particular tournament are it's best of 3 for all the finals.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. The blue ball skittled across. I don't know whether it was
Intentional.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful centre ball clearance.
So Rosie, after a couple of rotations, has manoeuvred things so that her balls are in front of the hoop. And that's a nice view there. Thank you, Boyd. So very important that the yellow is knocked away. A shot of about 8 yards from there. And very successfully.
Yep.
Although
I think yellow's still in the
yellow
hoop
still
running
has a
position.
yeah.
And I'm not sure that it was before.
No, you don't think so?
I look, far be it from me to make these judgments from an angle, but it wasn't plumb in front. But
Okay.
Rosie has run that beautifully.
Very nice, and got some substantial length on the shot, at least halfway, I would say. And the score goes over to 2-1 on the Bell Property scoreboard, and then a good opportunity for us right at the beginning of this cast to thank Bell Property for their sponsorship of the event, of the
Indeed.
coverage.
Now, question, Gareth, is the score 2-1 or 1-2? And what's the difference?
2-1.
Okay, so it's. Oh, let's just see what happens to this red. Oh, okay. So generally, you after you've made a hoop, you announce the score from the perspective of the person who's just made it.
Yes.
So I should have said 1-2, but Boyd, being a normal human being,
Top name.
is totally justified in thinking that the score is actually 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah. So, it's all getting very cosy up there
Yep.
at hoop 4.
So yellow to play.
Yellow to play with blue, threatening to make the hoop.
So one would presume that yellow is attempting to clear
Yeah.
blue past the hoop.
Ooh, misses that by a fair way.
So what are Brenda Lee's options here, Gareth?
Oh, making the hoop.
Anything else?
Not really, because I don't think. What clever thing would you do, Malcolm?
I'm just asking an open
okay.
question.
Yeah, no, I think make the hoop, really. I don't think there's nowhere to hide the red.
We can see by Brenda Lee's body language that she's not happy with that. So Rosie's calling the referee to come and watch this shot because there's a potential fault.
There's our camera movement culprit.
Oh, really? The referee is
Good, he's sitting on
nudging.
the-
Yeah.
This is Andrew Morrison, our referee for this game, who's the tournament referee. So yellow just plays in front, and looks like it's got good position, hiding from blue.
Yeah.
But blue can see red.
But chooses just to block red's shot on black. Very, very effectively, but and
So-
very interesting that there's some difference in styles there as well. That there's, you could imagine clearing the red a long way, or you could imagine blocking the red. And both very defensible approaches. And that was an attempt by Rosie to hit the blue onto the black. Quite ambitious.
Quite ambitious. Yep.
I mean, Rosie's got a very strong jump shot. I would have thought that she might have elected to jump that one.
I wouldn't
instead.
have been surprised if she'd chosen to do that. So now black has run hoop 4.
So it is
taking the score to
3-1.
3-1.
Yes. So we'll all agree that that's 3-1. Yeah, these first 6 hoops, just don't want to get it to run away to something like 5-1. If it's 4-2, it's a bit uncomfortable, but,
3-1's all right.
3-1's fine. And particularly with you...
Rosie's first to 5.
First in, and a snuggle opportunity here, maybe.
Your telepathic skills are working
Yeah, look at
very
this,
well.
because look at this. That yellow is so beautiful. A little tickle up to that black, which she gets.
Yep.
And there it is. Out comes the ref, Andrew
Morrison.
And really nothing, unless those balls are touching and a wizard AC shot can be played here.
Well,
nothing can be done really, apart from the flick up to the next hoop.
Deflection.
Yeah, nice.
And that then
didn't get very far.
No, but it's putting pressure on yellow. Will yellow run that hoop? Knowing that if it fails, blue's got a shot, and black is nicely positioned for the next hoop.
Yep.
If yellow jaws it, black's well placed to clear.
Oh, now what's the...
I think Rosie just got distracted as she was taking a stance. So it is a very good position, and we would expect that Rosie runs this up past the peg into good hoop running position.
Running. It's gone quite a long way past.
They're very difficult to judge because you just take a bit more of the hoop and it doesn't go as far. If you hit it cleanly, as it appears Rosie did, then it can go past the hoop.
Yeah, very difficult.
So what should Brenda Lee be thinking here?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, this side of the hoop and wide from yellow.
Exactly.
Oh! Ooh, that's unfortunate. Careering into the peg.
Yep. And Rosie's taken advantage by putting in a beautiful...
Lovely shot.
Beautiful placement.
Nice shot. Yeah, a lot of GC players wonder why there is a peg there.
Why is there a peg there, Gareth?
Just to annoy people. Yeah. No, it's there so that people can see the order of plays.
That's it. Yeah. Any other reason?
Yes, it's because of the origins of the game, and the fact that in the parent game, Association Croquet, the peg has quite an important role in the scoring and tactics of the battle.
Yes.
Yep. But what you will notice, if you're a keen observer, is that whereas in an AC game there's a little white extension on top of that blue thing, it's not necessary in the GC. Why is there a white extension piece on the...
Because that's where you put your scoring tips.
Oh gosh,
AC.
you're such a good student.
What's the other difference between this court and an AC court?
Oh, right. Oh,
Brenda Lee just went for that hoop, but didn't miss it, missed it.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, the red hoop, which would normally be...
Which is up near where Brenda Lee is
where
at the
Brenda
moment.
Lee is now, is normally in an AC court would be... at the hoop, we're looking right in the front of the screen there, the one with the yellow clip on, hoop 5.
Yep.
Funnily enough, though, in the recent Nations tournament, I noticed they actually had the red hoop in the AC position.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Rosie's run a very nice hoop
Very
there
nice hoop, yeah.
to make the score 3-all.
And that all stemmed from Brenda Lee, basically because she hit the peg with her first shot.
Yes.
It just allowed Rosie with her red ball to come up and take good position.
Very good position.
And then it was just very difficult afterwards. But that's a nice place.
Good position
for
for
black.
Brenda Lee. Being a little bit long, not a problem. Because
And
she's now in a position to clear yellow.
although the
If she
yellow
could-
is deep, so
Yep.
yeah, it's difficult to see from. Yeah, that's a
Yes.
better view. You
Yes.
can see there that yellow is a lot deeper. So not many places for Brenda Lee to clear the yellow too.
Unless she cuts it across towards the east boundary.
Yeah,
But
from that view, it would be a very the sort
Be a
of cut that only a very sharp razor would be able to make.
So what are Rosie's options here, playing red?
I don't know. I suppose I'd be inclined to clear the black, or yeah, I think I'd clear the black.
Clear the black?
She went to clear the blue.
That was the other option, I think.
Yeah,
Because if she succeeded in clearing the blue, black had a much more angled shot.
yeah, and also I think I was wrong in saying clear the black because it would have put the black in a clearing position on the yellow. I think Rosie will still be able to clear the blue, unless there's a bit of a snuggle.
And that's what Brenda Lee was attempting.
That's what she attempted and not
That's
achieved.
that's a lovely angle. Camera shot.
Yep. Good chance that the blue might be put through here, though, isn't there?
That's a possibility.
No.
But she hit it like
Very
beautifully,
good. Yeah,
just off
perfect
centre.
angle. Perfect. Liz Montague enters stage left.
On a different court. We're not
Different
double
court,
banking
yep.
this afternoon, so it's a little less complex for the referees than it would be otherwise.
We appreciate the comments in the chat, everybody. Thank you very much for your kind comments. Large checks are on their way to your residence. Okay, Brenda Lee with the option of the hoop, but looking like she's going to take the option to clear.
And I think the conventional tactic is if the next ball to play after you is in a better hooping position and you can clear it and maintain position, that's probably a better shot, better option than going for the hoop and maybe missing it. But if you go for the hoop and get it, then there's no problem. Brenda Lee taking her time, which is good.
Yep.
It's a critical shot.
Gently smooth. Oh, no,
Just a little bit short.
Yeah, a bit short. That keeps the hoop alive because Brenda Lee does not have any balls in hoop running position. And now she's also playing into a zone where Rosie has good clearances. So both Rosie's red and yellow balls have a trajectory of clearance down the lawn. Rosie even has a potential hoop shot, potential in-off off the black. So could be good for her here. Let's see how physics works out. and the physics worked out in her favour.
That was a stunning shot because she didn't move the black,
Yeah,
and it would appear that black now is hampered
yeah,
in running down to hoop 8.
it is.
Do you run the
I think
run the last
I think
3 hoops?
this would be the wrong ball to play because we're now going to get out of wrong ball order.
Yep.
Yep. I think no one's noticed.
No one's noticed.
I've noticed. I'm normally the one playing the wrong ball. This is ridiculous. I'm the one that plays the wrong ball, people. Not you.
So
You're the pros.
It'll be interesting to see how long if they actually work it out, because each ball now is actually a wrong ball.
Are you seriously telling me that no one in the clubhouse, where there's about 40 people watching this game, and I've spotted it?
So yeah.
I feel like I'm on a new dimension here.
So they're just playing the balls in order, but once one is out of order, it's very easy to.
Yeah, sure.
So Rosie now playing yellow is technically wrong ball, even though they're playing in order.
Yeah.
And as soon as it's discovered, it will be called.
Here we go. Rosie's tweaked. Here we go.
Yeah, umpire's coming out.
Oh dear. All right. Now you did that, and I did.
So I think we saw there were 3 wrong ball plays then. Was that right? It started with
the hoop, didn't it? Started with the hoop. The ball that went through the hoop was the wrong one.
No, the hoop was the hoop.
No,
was
the
right.
hoop was all right. Yeah,
it was all right.
It was because what happened was after the yellow ball had made the
Yep. Red, now black. That's correct. Because blue played past.
So we've resolved it, have we?
We've corrected it, yep.
But
that.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, the referee's decided.
It would appear.
And the red has played down.
6 to go, play on.
So actually...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Actually, if the wrong ball was detected by the referee, then the wrong ball was blue, and it should have been replaced and replayed.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. So black has gone past the hoop, and this particular series of play has helped Rosie.
Yeah, very much so. I think even the blue can't see the red.
Yep. But often, when people are concentrating so much on the tactics that they're using, it's very, very easy to miss a wrong ball.
Yeah, and in that particular case at hoop 7, Brenda Lee was both surprised that Rosie made the hoop and then distraught that her black was then behind the hoop. So that's what was in the forefront of her mind, was my black is now
I can't
wide.
play black.
Yeah, I can't play. I can't play a good shot with this. So it's totally understandable. Oh, what a shot!
That's through the back.
That is fantastic. 7 yards away, through the hoop, deflecting the red.
But
depending on the outcome of this, we should have a Bell property replay of that particular shot, because it really is very, very clever to be able to do that. Okay.
Can't do the replay. You've got 16 seconds.
You've got 16 seconds. Okay. All right. Okay. Can she do it again?
So Brenda Lee has a similar shot.
I think this time it would be
7 yards behind the hoop.
But this time prudent to take the yellow, really.
Perhaps, yes.
Yeah. Because the yellow's a good clearer on her other ball, the blue ball. She wants to move, get a bit of relief.
Asking for relief.
Yep. Sounds fine.
The reason for this is that she hasn't got a level stance because of the way the lawn slopes away. So players are entitled to have a level stance.
So that's a good shot in the sense that it's made the contact, but it actually hasn't really helped because it's actually kept the clearance, the smash on for yellow on blue,
and in fact made it a shorter clearance than it would otherwise have been.
So that would be a good thing for anybody looking to improve their game. Go to that timestamp and just reflect on what might have been a better outcome.
Yep.
And therefore, how to play the shot differently. So
there are always different outcomes, and of course, hindsight's a wonderful thing. If she'd cleared it more effectively,
Yeah, but I don't think that she was hit it. That she hit it hard enough for that to happen. That's my point. It wasn't.
Yes.
I'm not sort of judging the outcome.
no,
I'm reflecting on the tactical
the
decision,
intention. Yep.
which is okay. I want to clear that yellow, but if I do that, I've got to make sure it disappears.
Yep.
Not stays around.
Yes.
Oh,
that was
mind you, when you can do things like that, then
that was a very
yeah.
effective
Yeah.
attempt, but just not quite
Rosie
accurate
docked her
enough.
cap there. A little acknowledgement of
Very close.
the very close.
And that's a hoop to
But,
Rosie. Now goes to 5-3.
Yeah. So
Having been 1-3 down,
yeah.
she's won the last 4 hoops. So she's developed a bit of momentum that Brenda Lee needs to address. So very important that she places this black in a good hoop running position
Yeah.
by not aiming too close to the hoop.
Not being too greedy. Not being too greedy. Come on, roll,
and that's
roll.
a lovely shot.
Should be all right. Again, the camera angle makes it. Is it better than that, Boyd? Have we got one that's more straight onto the hoop? Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, hard to tell. Yeah. No, I think you're right, Malcolm. I think it's a runner
It's a
and
runner.
definitely draws a ball. So,
And Rosie's had a good look at it.
and
decide what
yes,
she's
and
gonna
she's
do.
going to decide to smash it.
It looks like
She
going for
doesn't
clearance.
like it. She doesn't like that black ball there. Whack. Oh, lovely shot.
Beautiful shot.
Yep, that
And
gets rid of
again-
that danger.
Again, Rosie kept her head down beautifully and followed through.
So Brenda Lee's got to do it all over again. This time with the slight disadvantage that Rosie's yellow ball is patrolling on the eastern boundary.
Yes,
So not, but a beautiful shot.
lovely shot.
But this time Rosie chooses not to clear because she knows she has that yellow ball.
She doesn't
on
need
the,
to.
and look at this, that is absolutely plumb. So now,
That's a stunning shot.
and I think it's even hidden from the black. So I think that Brenda Lee can't actually see that red.
You might be right. I would like to see the camera angle.
You don't trust my topological oversight.
Geometrical perspective.
It's like, I can't believe it.
You are so confident, Gareth, with your call.
So
No, that's a good angle.
a great angle. So she can see a little bit of the red.
Mm.
As that turns out,
Yes.
she can probably
She
see
may-
a bit of the hoop.
Well,
She can see her own ball.
she can see her own
She
ball.
could clear her own ball.
And this is the danger of the shot.
Yeah.
That she'll clear her own ball,
Yeah.
leaving red there with a lovely shot.
Okay. Yep, and that was the danger. So now this changes things for Rosie's next shot, because in her game plan she would have been thinking yellow's going to smash the blue
Yep.
away, but now that's not necessary anymore.
The key thing is red hidden there behind the hoop. She's put in a bit of insurance by the looks of things.
Yep.
So Brenda Lee is being forced to do longer clearances. The fact that she cleared her own ball has put her at a disadvantage. If she can see red, she has to clear it. Or block it perhaps, but that's a tough shot.
Yeah, this is a big moment. Great shot.
That's a centre ball.
Really nice shot. Absolutely perfect placement there.
Very good. But the downside is, even though it was a great clearance, red comes straight back,
It does.
leaving red and yellow potentially in front of the hoop. So 2 balls in the front of the hoop with black to clear yellow.
Oh, that's a lovely shot, isn't it? My goodness me.
That is a beautiful shot.
Yep. Yep. That makes life very difficult.
I think black could clear it, but it's a tough shot. It would appear that's what the shot that Brenda's going for.
Yeah, I mean, she has to try it, doesn't she? Yeah, good.
It's a good effort.
It's a very good effort, isn't it? Because I don't think that's an actual runner for red anymore. It's certainly jawsable, but...
Mm.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to...
And I think Rosie may well promote.
Yeah. And there it goes.
So now red is in a really good hooping position. Yellow possibly can hoop as well.
Yes.
Blue has to do something about red, because red can not only run this hoop, but actually run it through very well to 10.
Yeah. And out of all the competitors that we've seen today,
yep,
we know Rosie is adept
yes,
at running to the next hoop.
Absolutely, yep.
All right.
And of course there's always a risk here when you've got a ball in front like this. Rosie's got the red in front, that Brenda could hit the red, but not clear it, but push it through,
Yep.
peel it.
I believe in Britain that's called a burrage.
Okay.
When you do that. And I think if you do it on the 13th hoop, it's called a golden burrage.
A golden burrage, there we go. Would that be after Ian Burrage?
Yes.
The author who...
The author, yes.
Okay, this is Rosie's shot.
Yeah, and there's that lovely flow that's
Yes,
taking that ball up the lawn a bit.
and she's
Perhaps
hit it,
not as much as she wanted,
she's hit it cleanly, but effectively she's now first ball up. Blue, by way of interest, has come off yellow, so is not offside.
but is 3-6 down.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's how's that gone? It's gone a little bit past hoop 10.
I mean, Rosie's experience is just shining through here. Just keeping the pressure on.
Although that's not a very nice place for the yellow. It's right by the leg of the hoop.
Yes.
See if Brenda Lee can try and get some positional advantage with this blue.
Rosie's got a scoreboard buffer, so she can afford to be patient. She doesn't have to win this hoop.
Only has to win one more.
That's it.
Well, she looks like she's shooting at the hoop. And we didn't quite see what...
It hit the hoop, obviously, but I'm not sure whether it was left or right.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day she was shooting at the black that was there. But anyway, regardless, we are in a position where Brenda Lee feels that smacking this red down the lawn and keeping position is her best bet. The yellow's not threatening.
That's a lovely
shot, isn't it?
Lovely shot.
Yeah,
Although
look at that.
She might have blocked Blue's shot on yellow.
Yeah. Jumpy time, maybe. Oh no, sorry. Rosie is yellow.
Yellow.
Yep.
Now this is a potential opportunity to clear both balls.
Both balls, yep.
With the bombard.
Yes, but Rosie does want to keep her yellow there, so she wants to keep. It wouldn't be a great bombard if all three balls just went off to the three corners of the lawn. So that's pretty good.
Bad. That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's good because she's actually kept her ball close.
Although the black is able to pop it behind the hoop.
Yep.
So if the blue takes good position, then the black is able to rush the yellow ball behind the hoop on the northern boundary.
And potentially take position.
And take position too. Yep. That's a very good shot.
It's a good ball.
Okay, so that's what red is worried about, is yellow being pushed to a wide position from blue,
So
or
would-
snuggled,
Would
even,
you, would
or
you,
snuggled.
would you aim to clear blue or go for black?
I think blue, because it's very much the danger, isn't it? She'll be disappointed with that one.
Well, she hasn't given much away. I mean, she might concede the hoop.
Would you snuggle or put the yellow down to the boundary here?
I think I'd try to put the yellow behind the hoop if I could.
Yeah. Okay, has she found the right spot? Both of the players looking intently at
And
the
this is
exact
where-
blade of grass that went off.
Um,
Rosie will turn around and check with Brenda Lee that she's happy with that placement.
yes.
And
And Rosie-
notice that Rosie is a very experienced AC player, is keeping her back to everything here.
Yeah.
Rosie is not looking at she's making such an effort not to look forward, to make it clear to everybody
That
she is being scrupulously attentive to where
the ball
the ball went off. Yeah, that's a little subtlety that it's very, very important in AC, because where you put the ball when it's marked in is so vital. But
And this is a critical position too, because it's yellow to play. If yellow can see blue,
I wonder what the debate is here. Maybe just checking
I
the
think it's
ball
correct
order.
order.
Yeah.
I think it's just a discussion.
Yeah.
Make sure that's
Discussion.
not a debate.
Okay.
So
She
Rosie's playing for position.
couldn't see it, or just didn't think, oh look, I'll just let her have this hoop. I'll make sure I make the next one. I only have to get one. Interesting. I'm
And given
surprised.
given the position of red, there is a potential promotion opportunity here. It's quite a long shot, but Rosie might attempt to push yellow over into a hoop running position by promoting it.
Okay. So
That's
the
just it.
score is 4-6.
4-6.
4-6. And
No,
Rosie
she's just going to place it in there.
is first up to hoop 11. And we're not entirely sure why she didn't take a swing at the blue with her yellow on the last hoop, but what
Possibly she
she either
couldn't
couldn't see it, or she just think my best chance of winning this game is to methodically build up pressure at hoop 11. Now here's a good opportunity, isn't it, Malcolm, to block blue on
red and
and have a
set up
runner.
a good
Yeah.
running shot.
Yeah.
It's gone a little
Okay.
bit far.
Yeah, it has. So this is a vital shot for Brenda Lee now. She has to make this 7-yarder. This is absolutely the critical moment.
Clearing red.
Clearing red. Here it goes. And she gets
does.
it.
She does.
Great shot. Very nice. And look at the blue. Kept in the action.
Yep.
Red's a bit further away. Now the tables have turned. Now Rosie has to get that. Do you think that black is runnable, Malcolm? Or I don't trust myself, as you know.
I think it possibly is, but
But
not runnable down. She could just run it or
Rosie's
jaws it.
definitely decided to whack it away, and she does. Nice shot,
Yep.
Rosie. Ooh. Gosh.
Making the counter clearance on yellow
Yeah.
more challenging.
Okay, so the black will come in, but because of Brenda Lee's brilliant blue shot before, the blue is...
Yeah, black has to clear yellow.
Oh, it does.
Yes, black.
It does.
black
Sorry,
needs
yes.
to clear yellow.
Sorry.
And you
Yes.
can see it's quite a long,
yes,
quite
and
a
now,
long clearance.
now it's a 9-yarder. Yes. Okay, this is now really important. And this
Just
time it
missed.
sails past.
Just missed, I think.
And I think
So this is yellow
Yellow.
to run hoop
For the-
11
For the game.
for the game.
Yeah, for the game. Yep,
Does so.
there it is.
Does it.
Okay, first game. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
run with plenty of time to spare, I would imagine. That's what we didn't do, get the clock.
So does that add on to the previous? I don't think it's going to be.
No.
It's not going to be an issue in
No, I
these
think you're right.
these non-double banked games. But great game, and let's
Yeah, well done.
acknowledge our.
She was 3-1 down early on. Won,
Yeah.
5 in a row.
Yeah.
So, hear from our sponsor.
That'd be great.
I'm Karen Buckley from Bell Property and welcome to Manly. Nestled between the golden sands of Sydney's northern beaches and the vibrant pulse of urban life, Manly is the ultimate coastal destination.
We can't. The cameras are set on that court, so we can't.
Yeah, that's right. But a very intriguing first game. Any particular themes that came out of that for you, Malcolm?
I think.
Might need to put the headset back on.
I think for me, it was Rosie's experience that shone through. You know, she didn't panic when she was 1-3 down, and just played her game very consistently and strategically. And Brenda Lee was the one who appeared to be a little bit on the back foot, I thought.
Yeah. So anything for Brenda Lee to take from that? I mean, obviously, one of the key things that we noted at the beginning of this was, Rosie with her 30 odd years experience, and Brenda Lee very much an amazing improving player. What things would Brenda Lee notice about what Rosie did? For me, I think that Rosie's ability to get distance on hoop shots is one of the things that's marked her out today.
Yes.
As in her play, it's been very obvious that being the first ball up at the next hoop has given her that edge.
Yep, particularly on the odd numbered hoops. That's where that tactic comes into its own.
And the other thing for me has been, just as in the semi-final against Liz, couple of clearances that Rosie's made, long clearances, 14-yard clearances, which have turned the balance of power around.
Yes.
And particularly with Rosie ending up on the short side.
Yes.
And therefore having a ball which is only going to be 7 yards away for the next clearance.
Yep.
And I think that comes from that experience of sort of understanding the power of controlling that area.
Exactly. And Rosie missed some shots. It wasn't like she was. She was playing out of her skin. There were a couple of hooping opportunities that she missed, but she didn't let it get to her. If she missed a hoop, the ball was almost invariably still there around the hoop.
Yeah. The other thing, of course, that had a very big impact was that at 3-all, Rosie played a very, very beautiful hoop at 7, and then there was the wrong ball play.
Yes.
And that upset the equilibrium, and it ended up with Rosie with a pretty easy hoop 8 as a result.
Yes.
So, I don't think it would have been too much different without the wrong ball play, because Black was still behind the hoop, and it was still very difficult for Brenda Lee. But that was certainly quite a strong moment, and so that plus then Rosie's very good clearance abilities suddenly made it, a much bigger lead than
Yep.
than it might have otherwise been.
Yep, she went up 5-3 at that point, didn't she?
Yeah, 5-3, and then it was 6-3.
Yep.
Yep. So don't know whether we're going to start the next game in the first couple now, but yes, we are. Yeah,
yep.
Rosie's about to take the first shot. Great. Well, let's make a note of the time. There's no point because we don't know how long the first game went for. So, although we do because we know how long we've been broadcasting for.
50 minutes.
Yeah, 50 minutes.
Yep.
So. Well, that's a lovely blue, isn't it?
Very nice.
And Rosie must have had a crack at that because the red's nowhere to be seen. Now, funny enough, one of the things that Ian Burridge says in his book, which is a bit interesting,
Which you've brought today.
although it doesn't apply in this case, it's if you put the black in really well as well. He's saying, look, it's almost inevitable that black and blue are going to make the hoop, so you might as well go halfway.
Yep.
I'm thinking, oh, really? It seems. Anyway, something to discuss.
Well, I think protecting position on the next hoop can be very, very important.
Well, he makes the point that it's a game of 13 hoops.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not a game of. Oh, good shot, Rosie. Look at that.
However,
Great shot.
It is a great shot. But there's also a saying: if you are constantly clearing, you're losing.
Yep.
So doing long, good clearances doesn't win you hoops.
Yeah. Death by 1,000 clearances.
So what we've got here is Rosie's got both her balls on the western boundary, and Brenda Lee is in pretty good control of this hoop. So she's set up blue in what looks like a very good hoop running position.
Yeah. So how do you get yourself back into this then, Malcolm? If clearance after clearance is just going to dig you a bigger and bigger hole, how does Rosie start to re-manoeuvre this, re-landscape it?
Well, I think what she was intending to do there was to put red in a hooping position wired from black clearing it, and then potentially she could have cleared. I mean, the blue is still a problem.
That's a great shot, isn't it, from Brenda Lee?
That looks like it's blocked yellow's
very, very
clearance.
nicely. Yeah.
If she has blocked it, then perhaps the best option for Rosie would be to just put a ball in, lag the yellow in, and put hooping pressure on the blue.
Yeah.
While she may not get the block.
Oh, she hit it. Okay, we didn't realise she was open on the blue. It's a great shot, isn't it?
It's a lovely shot.
Just picked it off. Surgical precision.
Yep. And now that very good centre ball clearance has potentially, depending on what Brenda Lee decides to do here, so it's blue to play. She could hide in behind the black.
Yep.
So that red can't clear it.
Absolutely. And that was her aim, and that looks...
I think that's runnable.
Quite good, I think. Yeah.
So
we'll see when Rosie takes her stance what the situation is. Takes the black away.
Yep.
So Rosie's obviously very confident that she'll be able to dispatch the blue with the yellow.
And she may have even been thinking that the bombard was an option, that she could have hit the black onto the blue and displaced both of them.
We've seen a couple of those go wrong, though, haven't we?
We have.
Where the we've had the Newton's cradle effect.
Or missing both.
Or missing both. Okay, so Brenda Lee seems to be... Each sort of second ball seems to be getting further and further on the horizon.
Yes, yes. A game of diminishing returns.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Now that's not a bad outcome.
I think Rosie will take this hoop.
She's, in a sense, she's got a free shot.
Yeah, because there's nowhere else to put the yellow.
She can't just lay up with the
No,
yellow because
the
blue will just pick it off.
Pick it off, yeah. So, and as long as she doesn't miss the hoop entirely, it's not likely to be a terrible outcome. There you go.
It's all right.
No. Oh, a huge plate of cakes has arrived. That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's Gareth's. Where's mine?
That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still going on this. Yep.
Off.
So Rosie will decide to just put the black to the boundary and keep her red around the...
I changed my mind.
Oh no! Oh my word. She doesn't miss a shot that short very often.
No.
Okay, well, not too much harm done perhaps. Unless Janine puts
Brenda
the...
Lee. Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee. I've said that twice now, haven't I? Oh, okay, that surprises me.
If she had a shot on the hoop.
Yeah.
However, blue's clearly got a
Blue's got a shot. Yeah.
shot.
Yeah, yeah.
So she may be thinking blue had the easier shot. Clear yellow to protect blue, but yellow can see blue.
Yeah. But she's been hooping really well.
Mm.
I mean, in the semi-finals, she was very, very convincing with her hooping. And as a rule of thumb, if you're playing someone who's a bit better ranked than you, you're generally better off taking more risk.
Yes.
Because the more experienced, higher ranked player, as rotations continue, is likely to build an advantage.
Yep.
Now, I don't know, that it seems sensible to me that
I
that's
agree.
yeah. But by keeping the hoop alive like this, it just providing Rosie with more opportunities.
I mean, if she runs this, for example,
yeah, if she runs this, yeah,
that would, and she could easily.
yeah. But she decided to, but Rosie's this hoop is still anybody's.
Yep. And Brenda Lee's previous clearance with the blue was very impressive. She cleared the yellow past the hoop and left blue in a good hooping position. So now Brenda Lee's effectively first back to the hoop.
Can I change my mic? Can I get a coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just coffee and milk, no sugar.
Real coffee? Pretend coffee. Real coffee.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So Rosie did a nice clearance there to take black out of the picture temporarily.
Okay. Well, we've been contesting this first hoop for a while now. We've had a few rotations on this one.
We have. It's a good placement.
It's a good placement, but yellow is patrolling there.
Yep.
I think that's a runnable response, but the depth of field makes it a little bit difficult to tell. Certainly when I stand up and have a look, that's very runnable. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, well Brenda Lee's not attempting to move the yellow.
No.
And the yellow is very threatening on the blue.
She might be running the hoop.
She certainly had a good go at it.
Good go, yep.
Okay. And look, we've seen Rosie miss a couple of medium to short roquets, but I would imagine she will hit this very hard.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so that's another little wayward roquet there. And that does open the door for
Brenda Lee. And again, it'll be interesting to see how, A, if she runs it, and B, how far through.
Yeah. Runs
Runs it.
decent distance through,
Yes.
certainly not hampered, but not pushing for the...
Not forcefully.
No.
And you can keep it smooth and still get greater distance. So she's got the hoop, but she hasn't really advantaged herself much for hoop 2.
Yeah. Pretty strong red. It's about 3 yards away from hoop 2. And the black has gone sailing past hoop 2, off to the left.
Now yellow is technically offside. I presume that Brenda Lee is...
It's just, yeah.
I haven't seen any exchange between the players.
No. Would you have moved it then, Malcolm?
I think it was a line ball. Possibly not, actually, because it was pretty a similar distance to what she would have been hitting from the penalty area, and a different angle.
The plover is back. Oh! We go for the hoop. Oh! Just grazes the left-hand leg. Okay, a difficult distance for Rosie. It's what I'm sure she would imagine that she's about 50% chance of getting. Probably more.
She'll certainly go for it.
But certainly it's the only option, and it pings off the side. Interesting to see where Brenda Lee puts this one. Yeah, certainly putting it in a position where if yellow was to clear it, yellow has no control over it at all.
It looks like Rosie's clearing it.
Yeah,
Just a
very nice centre ball clearance.
And a soft
Yeah.
clearance, so
Yeah.
she's not aiming to get black.
Yeah, so it's a very good shot. Very good
Focusing
shot.
on keeping her yellow close to the action.
So I completely retract my statement about that not being possible to get rid of that ball without controlling it, because Rosie just proved me wrong beautifully. Because all it took was just getting it in the middle.
Yep.
And that's the secret. So a lot of rotations in this game. We're
Yes.
only on hoop number 2, and how long have we been playing for, Boyd? The first game was
50 minutes. Like the first game, wasn't it?
50 minutes. So we're we're only 15 minutes in this
Yep.
one then. Yeah. Still,
So
15 minutes for 1.5 hoops is still indicative of a tactical
Tussle.
tussle. Yes.
So it's yellow to play. Rosie on the western boundary.
Yeah. Black threatening to make the hoop. Should yellow be unable to thwart it? But
That's
black
a beautiful
beautifully mismatched. Yeah, fantastic shot. little roll in front of the hoop coming up. And
May or may
not
not.
in the jaws, I don't think.
No, it's off to the side.
Yeah. Referee showing some interest.
Yep.
Rosie
just
tickling in. And
an interesting position for red.
yeah, I feel that blue is not able to make the hoop, and it's a nice position for red to be because blue can't hit red. Brenda Lee electing to take the yellow. I'm not entirely sure why. What was the danger of the yellow, Malcolm?
I'm not sure either.
No.
She maybe saw something that we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the
key thing is whether blue does have a shot at red or not, in my mind.
and I'm going to call that it definitely doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But we we know how reliable my perception is. Okay, that has rather upset red a bit because red doesn't really have the cleanest of shots now.
Yep. Normally, if blue had just played it into the jaws, red could then have jumped.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, red had jump written all over it.
Brenda Lee is consulting with the ref. I suspect.
This is where she proves me wrong by smashing the red away.
She's looking at her options.
Oh, okay. The referee marking the balls.
So why would the referee be marking the balls, Gareth? Or the blue, anyway?
Well, on the presumption that there could be a fault played, and therefore that it might be necessary to pop the blue back, blue back where it was before the faulty shot was executed. I'm just trying to work out. We don't know what type of shot she's going to play. She's either going to try and clear the red or tickle the blue across the face or into the jaws.
Well, I suspect
that I think she's going to take the red here. Yeah.
Well, I'm intrigued if that's the case. Why the referee didn't mark them?
Yeah, mark the red as well.
Mm. Just to stymie.
Okay, so it's all getting very tight there. I wonder if those balls are touching. Let's see if the ref says anything. Out comes the white bit of paper. No? Come on, get the white bit of paper out. It's in there somewhere. There it is.
There it is.
And
the decision is?
The decision is there should be sort of an umpire signal, shouldn't there? It should do a big T, like a big, fists together or something like that. Oh, nice angle board. Yep, very nice. Yep, and Rosie pushing the red out to provide some protection against that.
The black.
Hovering black. Plover doesn't seem too worried about it. In fact, the plover's sort of... oh no, there he is moving. I thought he'd frozen. Oh,
That's a lovely shot.
nicely removed. Isn't that great? Wow. Look at that.
So yellow's been moved.
Look where the blue is now. The blue's absolutely in the box seat. And the
Yellow's
yellow is
on the northern
9
boundary.
yards away. Yeah. Okay, so we've seen Rosie miss 3 roquets in this. And make that 4.
That was a testy one.
Yeah, I know. Oh well. Okay. So how did that happen then? Brenda Lee plays the ball in, and there's this melee of balls. Rosie pokes the red out in order to try and stop a clearance. Doesn't get the block. Brenda Lee
Did a beautiful
surgically removes the yellow, and the blue's left is the last ball standing,
Yes.
basically, in that little melee.
That's a very smooth hoop.
Yeah, so really nice, actually. Nice little pattern to play.
Yeah. 2-0.
Yeah. Okay, Rosie responds with a red, which is a bit long.
However, first ball in,
First ball in.
better to be long than short.
Good clearing position.
Good clearing position. If she can get the next ball in a good hooping position, she can still take advantage of being first to the hoop.
Geeky Granny is worried that I'm jinxing Rosie. But Gaussian distribution doesn't lie. That's the problem. It's impartial. You know, the laws of the universe work in ways which you know we can't influence simply by the words that we say.
I'm not sure what Geeky Granny's on about.
Well, I think I said that that Rosie had that missed 3 roquets before.
Oh, yes,
They
yes,
just
yes,
hit the wire.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And that hit the hoop.
Bell replay that for you.
Bell replay.
You wasn't watching.
here we go. Bell replay, wire and out.
And out.
Okay, back with the action. And Rosie
Just runs it past.
Runs it past. From this angle, it looked like a straight shot, didn't it? But it wasn't. It was actually about a 45-degree angle.
So Brenda Lee has a shot here with the black. A free shot, really. Because neither red nor yellow are in hoop running position, it would appear.
And that hits the wire, but ends up with a very kind result in the sense that it ends up in the middle. Rosie's going to have to do something about the blue or the black here, because otherwise the blue could promote that through.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
no, hang on a second. It isn't quite as in the jaws as it looked like from the other camera angle.
It might be an in-off, you know.
Yes.
Hard to tell from this angle, but she can certainly clear the black, and if she clears it on the right-hand side, there's a chance yellow will go through, or into the jaws, which is a very good result.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot.
Particularly on an odd numbered hoop,
Yep,
such as this, number 3, because it increases your chances of winning 2 hoops in a row,
Yeah.
which Rosie wants to do. So Brenda Lee looking at pushing the black
A bit further down.
into a clearing position.
Okay.
So Rosie will look at this. Can she peel it? She's hit it
Yeah.
where she wanted to, but it looks like it's sticking out,
Yeah, it's very plump, isn't it? There.
and
It's
black,
it's
if it hits it well, could knock it back through the hoop.
it's a very nice target.
However, even if it hits it very hard, yellow has to end up in a hooping position directly in front. Could be 7 yards in front, but
Yeah,
like that.
exactly as you said, Malcolm.
That's the best option she could have
Yeah.
chosen. So Rosie, being 2-0 down, has opted to be patient here rather than trying to run that hoop from 7 yards.
Yeah. See if Brenda Lee can get a nice middle ball clearance.
Yep,
Yeah, pretty good.
that's good.
Keeps the blue
Closer than the
in
yellow.
the zone of influence. But Rosie comes in.
With a beautiful position. If she remains there, she can run that hoop.
Yeah, Brenda Lee's only about 4 yards away.
Yep.
The blue ball is certainly very, very capable of clearing that.
But yellow's got the option of clearing it.
Yeah.
James Griffin, member for Manly, state member for Manly, is here to present prizes.
Do you want to?
Oh, lovely shot by Rosie.
You want?
Great shot. Great shot.
We are in the presence of an eminent person.
Yes, yes. James Griffin, the local member for Manly, has come to watch the action and present the prizes at the end. How are you, James?
I'm very well.
Good. Thank you very much for coming today.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. We obviously very proud of the club here, its situation and its beautiful grounds. But we've been very lucky with the weather.
We have.
We have,
Yes,
we
there've been quite some storms coming in around the rest of Sydney, but we've been blessed with some beautiful, cool temperature, and it's really showcased these fantastic courts. We had some viewers earlier who didn't realise it was from Manly, and they actually thought they were looking at some country estate in Britain. So,
Well, a stone's throw from here is the Roaring Surf.
yes,
So
that's
yes.
right. Yep. And have you been here before?
I have.
Yeah.
Yep. I've supported the club for a couple of years now and got them some equipment and mower and bits and pieces. But
Excellent.
it's a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
No,
lovely.
it's fantastic.
And James, do you play?
Poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
good.
you know, it's there's something quite natural about the. Here we go.
Oh, Rosie
Rosie just missed.
just misses the hoop.
Misses everything.
Which is always a risk when you take that sort of long shot on at pace.
However,
But nothing
There's-
much for
there's-
Brenda Lee and a patrolling yellow ball there, so
probably not disastrous.
not the end of it. So yes, James, they've persuaded you to have a bit of a hit.
Have a hit
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah.
But you can't be. You got to be pretty careful being a politician. You know, you look a bit silly doing all sorts of things. And
Yeah,
if you miss
yeah,
everything, then
yeah.
it's no good. But none of that. Great people down here. Great club and a real a community club.
That's great.
Well, it's great to have very healthy, wholesome things for some, for people to, lots of options for people to do in the area, and croquet is obviously incredibly age diverse and gender diverse, and just ticks so many boxes in those areas. So a very very easy thing to like, and
Absolutely.
particularly when liking it means you have a beautiful backdrop as well.
That's right. And interestingly, this club predates the actual official founding of the town of Manly.
All right.
Yep.
That's extraordinary.
So there was
Yeah.
the croquet club, the pub, the church, and that was about it.
They got their priorities right. So there's a bit of a break in play for some reason, what I'm not sure about, but The
Shall I go?
referee's having a bit of a discussion. We had
I'll just go and find out, shall I?
we had a bit of a break in the first game when there was a bit of a wrong ball played, but not quite sure what the.
Toilet break.
Oh, it's a toilet break. Okay,
Okay.
that's an easy one to resolve.
Just having a stab in the dark, but that's pretty much what it is.
Some nervousness.
So James, how far does your seat
Yeah, it
go?
stretches from North Head, which people will see coming in on the ferry, the iconic Manly ferry, and then it goes all the way up to Long Reef.
Oh, okay.
So it hugs the coast up
Yeah.
there. Beautiful beaches, Curl, Freshwater,
Yeah.
Queenscliff, Manly, obviously, and then follows that all the way around to Brookvale, Manly Vale, Seaforth, and then down to the Spit Bridge.
Oh, okay. So what's the sort of population that you have to look after?
It's about 96,000.
96,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Small in its footprint, but a beautiful part of the world to look after, and great people.
Yeah.
I've
yeah.
been a member for 8 years now, and it's been a privilege.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what got you into sort of wanting to be in politics?
I well, both my parents were in the Australian Army, so I think a sense of service
Yes.
was there.
Yeah.
And I was at a consulting firm before politics, but then the opportunity arose, and here I
Okay.
am 8 years
Yeah.
later. Yep.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
8 years is a long time to get used to the local issues, isn't it?
That's
You
right.
certainly get across everything with.
Some seemingly never appear to go away.
Well, the players are back on the lawn.
Broken mallet.
A broken mallet.
Broken mallet.
It was all loose. They had to screw her.
Oh, okay. So not broken.
Just
But because otherwise we could have launched into the rules about broken mallets, couldn't we? That would have been
I'm
have been entertaining.
I'm sure you could have.
Yeah, James?
okay. We're
All
saying,
right, thanks
we're
very
saying
much, James.
saying
Yeah,
farewell
yeah.
to James.
Yep.
Thank you very much for
Excellent.
coming. We
Thanks very
appreciate
much.
you.
Yeah,
your time.
it's fantastic to see interest from local members in the world of croquet. Yeah, it's really good, and I think Marrickville have been quite successful, haven't they, in having people round?
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed. Yes,
yeah.
Marrickville have got good connections with the local community.
Yeah. So play resumes with Rosie taking it along. Oh, just missing the black. Wow. What a great long roquet attempt that was. So Brenda Lee 2-0 up. Again, we're taking quite a long time on this hoop. So we've really, I think we're maybe 35 minutes into this game.
Yeah, only 2 hoops completed.
Yeah. It's quite amazing. Yeah, we just don't seem to have achieved much rhythm in this one. Yep. Little promotion.
Nice little promotion there.
Nice little promotion. Certainly.
Looking like Blue's now blocking
Yep.
Yellow's shot.
Yep. So
And
I
Brenda
think-
Lee's achieved two balls in front of
Yep,
the hoop.
Yep. The red looks like a runner there. So Rosie will dispatch the blue and gets a little tickle. Not a great tickle on the black, actually.
Yep.
It's almost moved the black a bit further in. But the blue is further down the court, and red does have very good visibility on the black.
Yep. Or the hoop.
Or the hoop, should she decide to. But look, she's 2-0 down. You made the point a few minutes ago that Rosie's probably best served by letting these rotations play out a bit more.
And
She doesn't have to panic yet.
Rush. She doesn't have to rush.
She's already one game up.
Yep.
You know, it's not. There's no need for desperation tactics. So she
Brenda
might.
Lee's played in, but possibly on the wrong side.
Yeah, and yellow's got a very, very standard clearance on that blue if it was threatening.
So Rosie needs to do something with the black here.
Yep.
I can't imagine she would want black to have that shot.
And I'm not going to jinx her by saying she's already missed some roquets, because
No.
she hasn't missed that one. There
Hasn't
we
missed
go.
that one.
Yep.
Now, given where black has ended up, Brenda Lee has got an option just to put the black in, or potentially to actually nudge the blue forward.
Yeah, but I think the yellow would
It probably
clear
would,
it. Yeah.
but it's probably going to clear it anyway. So it's actually put it into a position where, yes, the clearance is on.
But it's not a great clearance, is it?
It's not as advantageous for Rosie as it was. And she can't really just put a ball in, because then she'll be mincemeat. So blues ended up in actually a very nice position.
Yeah, blues ended up in a good position.
It's in a hoop running position.
Yeah, it's good enough for Rosie to be worried about it. And it'll play after this yellow is played. So, Rosie hasn't really done much more than tickle it away.
No.
And that view there shows you that blue is in quite a good position to have a go at the hoop.
Yes.
And might as well, because if they just tickle up to the hoop, then red will clear it. So it is an opportunity for Brenda Lee to take a 3-0 lead.
Yes. And if she can hoop with some confidence and go through well, she can be first down to 4.
Yeah. Pings off.
She hit it.
The right hand got, and then the spin took it over to her left.
But the key thing is she hit the hoop.
She hit the hoop. She's around there.
Yep.
Rosie just feathers the black. And we can't tell from our visual here whether this is a hoop running shot.
I suspect it's not.
But the way she's shaping for it is that it is. That looks a bit more convincing there, doesn't it? It's at least jawsable. No, it spins off. So this hoop's still up for somebody to claim. Not clear where Rosie would be best placed there. Hidden from blue, I suppose, and then a clearance on the black.
Or just go deep with the placement. Not try and hide at all. Just put yourself in a good hoop running position. Force the target.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's a great centre ball clearance, isn't it?
It is good. Yep. However, red plays next.
Yep.
And blue is very close to red, so
yep.
Red's got an option to clear in place,
Yep.
clear the blue.
And black can't. Black doesn't have a hoop running shot,
No.
does it? Oh, hang on a sec, Malcolm. Here we go. I think we're looking at a hoop here.
I think we are.
I think we're looking hoop.
I don't think she's going to. She won't set up with black
I
there.
think we're looking at a hoop. Here we go. Here it comes. Oh, bad luck.
And again, it was good. It hit the hoop.
Now,
The downside is that now black's got a relatively straightforward stop shot. Clear red to the eastern boundary and stay in position.
and as you called it, still the red is only 6 yards away, so it's well within Rosie's powers to clear that black.
Yep. It's a bit hard to tell from here, but there is a possibility if she hit it on her right-hand side of centre, it might actually go through.
Okay, well, let's see. Oh, no need to hit it on the right. Just put it through. Just put it through. No need
That's
to mess around.
A lovely
Let's
shot.
get a Bell Property replay. Here we go. This is one for the album. And tickles through. Lovely.
Yeah.
Great
Well, more
shot.
than tickles. She's well clear. She's not hampered for hoop 4.
What's the best adjective for that one then?
A handsome hooping shot. Hit it beautifully, smoothly.
Now that's a good shot though, isn't it? Look at that for a lag.
That's a very good placement.
That's up the tempo. Because we know how big Rosie's backswing is.
Yes.
I'd don't know whether she's got a good backswing on that. Oh no, she does. No, she's at least 2 yards ahead of that,
Yep.
of the hoop. So she does. She will be able to have a swing at.
Yep. But the
the
key
blue.
thing is that the placement from Brenda Lee has put real pressure back on
It
Rosie.
certainly has.
Because she really has to do something with either her red or yellow. She's got to clear it.
Oh, bit of a double target there for her.
Possibly.
Yep, there was definitely the shooting at the blue. There was a chance that just missing it on the left-hand side would have seen a lovely hoop embrace.
Yep.
But yep, got some lovely magpies giving their chorus.
Now yellow, we don't have the line here, but yellow probably needs to clear blue.
Oh, yellow's got to shoot at blue here. Yeah.
And again, if it's a double target,
Yellow's got to shoot at blue. Here we go. Big shot. And again,
to the left.
to the left by a good foot or so. So, after quite a lot of time spent on hoop 3, we might be over hoop 4 quite quickly.
With Brenda Lee 3-1 up, if she runs this hoop with blue.
And
Which
she does.
Beautifully through.
All right.
So it's 3-1.
Very good.
Again, not panic stations time for Rosie. She's only 2 down. If she can get a good lag, good position here on hoop 5, she could very easily come back and win 5 and 6
Yeah.
to even the score up.
Actually, I think, Malcolm, pretty much all the games we've commentated on today have been 3-3 at the turn, haven't they? Oh
Yes.
no, one of them was 4-2.
Yep.
But pretty much
Yes.
the rest of them were 3-3.
Now, would you clear or place here?
Where is my blue? Yeah,
It's
I think
on
I'm
the
going to
boundary.
clear. I think I'm going to clear. It's yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I've got 2 shots at that. Yeah, but there's no right answer. It's whatever Brenda Lee feels is her strength, and that is clearly one of her strengths.
Yeah.
That sort of
That's
mid-paced
a lovely clearance.
clearance. Yep. And it means that when
Leave it.
Rosie puts this in,
Black is a good.
Black's in a great position to clear it. So, you know, that's... it's... And now, it's quite nice for Brenda Lee to
Just
put the blue in.
put the blue in front of the hoop.
Yeah, because... Yeah. Yeah, so Brenda Lee applying some pressure here.
And force.
It shows
force.
how good that clearance was, doesn't it?
Mm.
Look at that. So that's a hoop runner.
And so
Black can clear the yellow all the way down to corner 4. So Rosie either has to dispatch the black or she has to dispatch the blue.
Yep.
Now from this angle it looks quite close, but actually
No, it's not. It's not.
if we go to a different angle on this one, to the side angle, you can see that it's a good 5 yards.
Yes.
Oh, and Rosie this time misses to the left.
Yep. Ends up on the
So
eastern boundary.
I'm not going to get the Greeky granny cross by showing my little ledger.
Say
here.
nothing.
So
Say
I'm saying nothing. Nothing. I'm saying nothing.
So
But
Brenda Lee looks like
let's see
she's going
what
to
Brenda Lee's going to do here.
clear the yellow. Attempt to clear the yellow. Leaving blue with the hooping shot if yellow can't clear it from wherever it ends up.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Yep.
That's going to mean Rosie's got a 14-yarder to save the hoop and save going 4-1 down.
Now, would you consider just putting a ball in here? The reason I'm saying that is if Rosie goes for this and misses, blue
Yep.
can jaws it.
Jaws.
It's an odd numbered hoop.
Yep. Yep.
Potentially get 2 in a row.
No, I think you've got to play to your strengths on this one, and I would know that my ability to even land in a threatening zone would not be as good as my ability to dislodge the blue.
Yep.
So
My point is this, that blue can jaws this.
oh yes, which you're quite right. They've done,
And now
it's
we've
very
got-
difficult.
we've
Yeah.
got yellow
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
eastern boundary.
True.
We've got red on the western boundary, and blue and black are perfectly positioned to win 5 and 6.
You're 100% right, Malcolm. My only defence is that I feel that the moment you start playing shots that are not your optimal in a crisis position, you're inviting failure.
Yep.
And if you've got to put your serious hat on and get rid of that blue ball, and you know that's the right shot to play, you're approaching it in the right frame of mind.
Yep.
And so the consequences are double trouble if I miss, but I've got to get rid of that blue. So that's but that's the beauty of the game.
It is.
It's risk reward, isn't
Exactly.
it? It's
and what Rosie's doing here is preparing for hoop 6. Both balls going halfway. That's the plan. And where yellow is a potential block on blue running through to 6.
yeah, it's good, isn't it?
So that's a good result for her.
It's good, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Brendley has to make the hoop because she can't risk giving Rosie a clear. She can't deem it, can she?
Well, she could, but is that wise?
It's difficult
Yeah,
to tell
yeah.
exactly how the yellow is placed there relative to the peg.
It may not have a shot, but red certainly would.
That is a good-looking shot, isn't it?
Very nice shot.
Very, very nicely paced. A little bit of a ripple of applause from the clubhouse for that one. The clubhouse have been quite subdued, I
Demure.
feel. No, they haven't really yelped very much. There hasn't been any sort of whooping. I don't know whether they're normally a rowdy lot, but that's a good clearance
It's a
from
nice
Rosie.
one.
So 4-1 now on the Bell Property scoreboard.
4.
4.
4.
Oh, yeah. Changed the wrong one.
Thank you.
And that was a little attempt at the hoop there,
Yeah.
wasn't it? From
Wasn't that
distance.
far off? So Rosie is in a position now to just apply the pressure.
Yeah. I'd like to put a little GPS tracker on that plover to see how it circles around the lawn. It seems to respect the inner rectangle, though, doesn't it? It only hangs around the areas between the hoops and the boundary. All right.
So blue's concerned about yellow. Looks like
And it should
it's
be.
attempting to
It
clear.
should be. It's a threatening ball. Good 9-yard shot for her. And she hits the hoop.
Yep.
And black right on the northern boundary with limited visibility if red tickles in front, and yellow with a
That's a good
very-
11 yards from the hoop, isn't she?
yeah, she's 11 yards.
Probably
yeah.
12 from yellow, if she can see it.
Rosie playing in front. So that is actually plumb in front. I know it doesn't really look like that on the angle, but it's
Yes.
actually a much better position for red than it looks.
Is it?
Yeah. regardless, it's
I don't know whether to take your word for it.
Okay, all right, no, fair enough. On past performance, I don't think you should, but certainly the yellow is the one that's got to go. So here we go. Let's see what happens. So Brenda Lee shoots and hits.
Hits the yellow.
Beautiful shot.
A lovely
well
shot.
played. Well played. And now, what will Rosie do? Just put this yellow back in again? Just accept the fact that blue will clear the red? No, she shoots and gets it. Great shot.
Good 7-yard
Beautiful shot.
clearance. And that's where Rosie is not afraid to go for those long hoops.
Okay, Bell Property replay. Watch this. Bang. Up it goes. Topspin takes it through.
Yep.
Yep.
Lovely follow through.
Yep.
Head down.
All right. So the blue is in beautiful position in front of the hoop.
And the score is?
And the score is 2-4. Oh gosh, why do I feel like I'm in an exam?
Because you are. Think of all those emails you're going to get, Gareth.
Can I put a special consideration form in? So.
And that's very nice.
Yeah, Brenda Lee applying some nice pressure here. 2 balls in front. Rosie's got to take this blue out, which she does.
Great shot.
Very nice. There's still that black there.
Yep.
And as you mentioned earlier, Malcolm, if you find yourself every single time you step up, you've got to think, oh, I've got to clear, I've got to clear, I've got to clear. Eventually.
You may not.
Yep.
And blue just comes back. So Brenda Lee can continue to apply the pressure.
Yep. Nice, another nice shot.
Yep.
And these lawns are very nice.
They are.
For anybody interested in how they're running, I can't really see anything other than the fact that they're just running very true and smooth and at a very, very nice pace for playing positional shots. And
Rosie's just missed that to the left.
Yeah, misses a roquet.
A roquet. She hasn't missed too many. But this is where Brenda Lee needs to punish her and run this hoop.
Yeah, and then 5-2 is a strong lead.
Yep.
Chorus of Magpies announces the shot, and no. Okay. And as all good croquet players do, they look at the lawn, they look at their mallet, they look at all of the things that cause that shot to fail.
The magpie.
The magpie. It was the magpie. Yes, it was definitely the magpie that did it.
But it's not a disastrous miss. Okay, it's still runnable. Rosie's balls are not in a wonderful position to take advantage of that miss.
No. Brenda Lee definitely dominating in terms of territory, and also just in the sheer fact that there's not many places for Rosie to put the ball here. It's wherever she puts that yellow, the blue is ready to pounce. And do you think she might be thinking of nudging the black further into the jewels?
Possibly.
Yeah.
The advantage of that is that it makes it A, harder for red to get it out.
Yeah.
And B, black's shot is a cleaner shot.
Yeah, and yeah, look at that. I think that's the business. That's the business.
However, she may have stymied her blue for the shot down to the next shot. She's pretty close to that upright.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Rosie's having a good look at it.
But if black gets down to hoop 8 really nicely, it may not need the support of
may not matter.
blue. Yeah.
But she's
and
made
also being 5-2 up is very juicy.
Yes.
So maybe, I know Rosie's conceding. She's
Looks
going
like-
halfway.
Yep.
Yep.
And again, that's where her experience
Yeah.
comes through. She doesn't play the hero shot that's
Yeah.
high risk.
And actually,
this
it's very
point.
difficult to see what she would have done
Yeah.
there, isn't it? I mean, what she couldn't get the black out from
No.
any sort of shot, really.
And going for the black, there was always the risk that she might actually knock it through, therefore giving
Yeah.
Brenda Lee first ball to 8, which defeats the purpose entirely.
So that looks like a nice pace, and there we go. Even
Yep.
if that blue is a little bit hampered by the wire, that is still a ball that necessitates Rosie to think about. She's actually going to lag the first one. Oh no!
I think she might have
She
been.
might have made. Do you think she was actually trying to promote
I
the
think
red
she
to
might
get a
have
better
been.
clearance?
Yeah, she possibly
Yeah,
was.
I don't know. She got She didn't hit it hard enough for that.
She didn't hit it very
No.
hard.
If that was really her aim, I think she. Yeah. And it. Okay. All right. Well, we 5-2 to Brenda Lee now on the Bell Property scoreboard.
So Rosie will need to clear the black here.
And she does
That's a lovely
very
shot.
nicely. Yep, that's good. That'll make her feel good. It was a
Yes.
good 9-yard clearance,
Yes.
and she hit it at a good medium pace. She wasn't frantic about it.
No, not at all.
And it's made now. The hoop is now contested.
Effectively Brenda Lee's first
Yeah.
back to the hoop.
Yeah. Although with Rosie only 9 yards away.
Yes.
On the eastern side. Yep, nice shot.
That's good placement.
Yep, very good. So what does Rosie do now? She does have a red ball that can knock that black away.
Mm,
She looks like she's choosing to go for the blue.
she does.
Now, why would that be, Malcolm?
Because I think she thought that she could clear it
Yeah.
and maintain position
Which
with the
she's
yellow.
done beautifully. I
She's
mean, it's a
done
lovely
beautifully.
shot,
It's a
isn't
lovely
it? It's a lovely shot.
But blue
But it does mean that blue can clear the yellow if it so chooses, or
Can just-
block the
ju-
or
just
block
come-
the
just
red,
come in.
or just
Yep.
come in. So there's
a block
there's
on
some very very sane options for the blue. I don't think that's really
it's a bit short.
no. Oh, yeah, it is a bit short. Okay, big moment now.
So red's gotta
Rosie's
clear black.
Got to clear the black. Oh dear. No. Okay, double jeopardy there. The red has gone all the way up to
Yep.
corner 2. The black has got an open door to go 6-2 up. Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a mountain to climb in game 2 for Rosie.
Yep.
Okay.
Not through.
Not through. That's probably a reprieve for Brenda Lee in some ways, because I don't think Rosie can get that out. So it's like
Rosie will
Yes.
go for the blue, I would think, because blue is the threat. Blue can promote, peel and place. It can
oh
blue can
yes,
deflect
yes. Can't it just?
off the black,
Yes.
put black through, and then
Yes.
come deflect over
You're
to
totally
to nine.
right. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's that's a good response.
Nice. Yeah, it does get rid of that danger.
Rosie hasn't won the hoop, but she's prevented
Yeah,
Brenda Lee
she
from
should
having-
still be first into hoop 9. Although Brenda Lee's pretty confident enough to go half. I think she's going to win this hoop to go halfway.
I think so.
Playing into the lavender.
Did you find that's what it was? The lavender? It's a lovely flower.
Kevin has asked where all the viewers are from. It'd be lovely to know, wouldn't it?
That would be good if
Yeah.
everyone wanted to contribute online. We'd be interested in finding the answer to that.
Yeah. Addresses, bank account numbers, name of dog. All of these things would be very handy for us to know. Yeah. Street where you first lived. Mother's maiden name. Just all down. In a form, actually. If you could submit an Excel spreadsheet, that'd be good. Yeah.
Paul Warner, New Zealand. There we go.
G'day, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
All right.
So Rosie's come in nicely with the yellow.
And a couple of clearances perhaps for Brenda Lee to pay attention to here. And,
Well, she's got significant scoreboard pressure.
and Kate is back from Air Cup duties. G'day.
Look at them all coming in.
Oh,
Fantastic.
brilliant. Good to see all of this. Oh,
that's
great
a
shot.
lovely shot.
That's a brilliant shot. Absolutely. Just so good. Look at the position of the
Yeah,
blue now.
and the crowd showed their
The
appreciation.
crowd went wild.
They did.
They-
They're out of control.
they are out of control. I'm a bit frightened for my own personal safety now. Look at the position of that blue.
Yeah, that's
It's
lovely.
just fantastic. Not only did it clear the yellow, but it's actually, it's patrolling. It's patrolling on the short side. Amazing stuff.
So we thank you to those who've just told us where you come from. We have people from New Zealand, Canberra, Warriewood. Brenda's hitting partner would be from where? From Maitland, I presume?
Maitland.
Yep.
Maitland.
St Clair, near Penrith. Thank you for the
Yeah.
geography lesson.
Yep, lovely Nowra. Yeah,
Nowra.
love Nowra.
Nowra.
Now
Nowra.
Nowra have just got some fantastic
They've
new
got some
courts, haven't they?
wonderful new courts. Yes, yes.
Yeah, nice shot, Rosie, taking away that blue. The cameras really come into their own down on these hoops in the southeast corner, don't
Yes,
they?
yes.
Because you suddenly get these different perspectives, all of which add a bit of value. And Judy from Marrickville.
from
Hello,
Marrickville.
Judy. Yep.
Hi, Judy.
Yep. And all sorts of billiards action happening there. But now a nice stop shot from Rosie, and she will assume control over this hoop.
If she can clear.
If she
and
can
place
clear the black and
and
keep her red in front. Now the danger here is the wire, isn't it?
Yes,
The wire is not her friend.
that's right.
And she won't be all that happy with that one. Yeah. Yeah, she elected not to smash that. And that has enabled black to...
Yeah, Ethan.
We're just ready.
Ethan, yeah.
Cheeky young thing.
Yeah. No,
Always good to hear from you, Ethan. Southwest
West
Southwest
Rocks. I
Rocks.
love Southwest Rocks.
It's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Woods.
And Rosie's surprising me a little by putting the yellow into the target zone of the black. I suppose it depends on where the red is. If the red can
Yes.
clear that,
Clear the black then.
black. But we'll see. I can't remember where the red went. We shall find
There
out.
it
Oh
is.
yeah, no, the red's there. So yeah, Rosie does have the clearance on the black.
On
So
the
yeah,
black,
fair
yep.
play. Fair play.
But she
But
looks
she's-
like
no,
she's,
she
she's,
looks-
she's running the hoop,
She's running the hoop or
lagging it.
taking the blue. What's she going to do here? She looks like taking a big shot and just skittles past the right-hand leg of the hoop.
I'm glad you called that.
And that could be costly because Brenda Lee now with a massive smash chance to put the yellow all the way onto the golf course and leave the blue with a shot to win the game. Yeah,
That's a nice.
it is nice. It's going to be a nice snooker on the peg, isn't it? Not quite, but it's, you know, it's long enough for Rosie now to have a 14-yarder.
Yep.
And if she misses, then there's some good opportunities for Brenda Lee to sort of tickle up to that hoop and in, isn't there? And that's a lovely distance. She's been playing those beautifully today.
Has. So I suspect Rosie will just play in, put a bit of hoop pressure on Blue. If she can block, that's good. Hasn't got the block, but can Brenda Lee take it out with this shot, this game? Then we'll be back for the third.
We will. And fantastic that we'll get full best of 3 value.
Yep.
Well, we might just have to wait a little while. Let's see. Not over until it's over.
Never over until it's over.
Have you come back from 6-2?
Very infrequently.
But you have?
I think so.
Yeah,
yes,
No, I must say that I don't think I ever have. I felt the pressure of people coming back on me on 6-2, I can tell you, but I don't think I've ever been well organised enough to come back from 6-2.
Well, you're expected at 2-6 down. You're expected to lose. So in a sense, the pressure comes off you.
Yeah.
And at 6-2 up, you're expected to win.
Yes.
So the pressure, the balance of pressure shifts. And if you start winning one hoop and then another, it can actually start to build.
Definitely. Okay, the players exchanging jokes there. Didn't look like the most hilarious shot I've seen so far.
I think it's just an example of the game being played in very good spirit.
Okay. As he playing deep.
And Rosie's one of those players who will never give up. She will play it out. And I'm sure Brenda Lee is exactly the same. I just don't know her as well.
I wonder if any of our viewers have ever come back from 6-1 down. You come back from 6-1 down?
I probably would have remembered that.
Definitely not 6-0. Okay. Rosie now with 2 balls in front, but Brenda Lee thinking about the dispatch of one of them.
And this is where marking the ball in is actually pretty important because it could be a critical position.
And again, see Rosie doing it backwards.
Backwards.
Total etiquette.
Back to the lawn.
Yep. Very good example. Something that's drilled into you as an AC player from the very first time you transgress that rule, I can tell you.
Or ricochet.
Or ricochet. Really? They're strict in ricochet, are they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Steady clearance, but Rosie to build and of course Rosie doesn't just want to make this hoop. She wants to make it with a good runner up to 10. Because 6-4 down as you turn to make the middle, it's very
doable.
makeable then.
Doable, yep.
Oh, what a great effort. It was a 7-yard free shot, basically. There wasn't much else for her to do, but she's actually plonked it beautifully into the jaws. Can Rosie get it out?
Is she trying to jump?
No. She's going to try and extract it with... Yeah, there's just enough, isn't there? If she just hits the right part of the wire and the ball, it will pop out.
However, she's just picked up a peg, so...
Oh, she has as well. She has.
Might be thinking of...
Well, the jump might also extract it, of course. So it could be a double whammy, and of course, if the blue's left there... Oh,
hit the near wire.
All right.
Got good elevation though.
So now we're in a bit of trouble if that yellow disappears.
It depends on its final destination.
Oh, true.
If it disappears to the eastern boundary, yes. But if it just gets flicked,
Yes, if it gets flicked into jumping position.
or indeed behind the hoop,
Yep, okay. Would you be tempted to leave it there? No, because you don't want to give Rosie that jump shot, do you? So,
probably not.
okay, well, she's going to have the jump shot.
And it is an easier jump shot than the
It's
one
an
with the
easier
red
one than before.
because it's closer and less angled.
Yep. Okay. Keep the game alive.
Andrew Morrison is looking at it closely.
Okay, well,
Cleared it.
It's cleared the blue, and that often happens when you do a jump shot.
It does.
You get you
A clearing jump.
often get yeah, that's right. Yeah, sometimes when I'm taking a jump shot and my opponent starts to call referees on and all sorts of things, I'm thinking, well, I'm actually really thinking of clearing the ball. I know it looks like I'm going for the hoop, but really.
But you can do lawn damage
Yeah.
when you're doing that.
Oh, true.
But one of the things with jump shots, particularly if you're looking at a hard hitting player, the ball will go very quickly, and so to determine whether it's gone through or not becomes very important. So the position of the observer, the referee or your opponent, needs to be in such a position so it can see very clearly whether it's gone through or not. So if you're on the side, it's not very helpful.
No. All right. Another clearance for Brenda Lee. And that one sails by. So
Just to the left, I think. You'd leave blue there.
it's always interesting, Malcolm, in these little passages of play where a game you sort of feel is not so much it's all over, but it's a real battle for Rosie,
Yes,
right? But
yep.
the fact that the rotations and the play and everything have got extended around here. How does that have any effect on the decider?
Well,
is that to the advantage of Rosie, do you think, or is it not?
Well, I think Rosie's giving it her all, but she's prepared to now think about game 3. She'll be hitting off first in game 3.
Yep.
If she can come back in game 2, go for it. But I don't think that she's going to be thinking, let's just finish this one so we can start game 3 and preserving energy. I don't think she'll be doing that.
No, and I was almost saying the opposite, really. That it actually builds your confidence back up. If you rather than walking off the lawn at 2-7,
Yes.
You walk off the lawn at 5-7.
Yep.
You think, okay, no, I've got my momentum back now.
Yep.
Okay, so Rosie fails that hoop, but
She's still got red there.
still got red there. Brenda Lee still has to clear that red. It's 9 yards away.
And I think red is open to blue clearing it.
And I think the other thing, Malcolm, is that during this hoop, Brenda Lee's missed 3 rocates. And so now it's just, I'm not playing as well as I was. Oh, okay, there we go.
I love your prediction.
Yeah.
You weren't predicting.
I wasn't predicting. No, I was just thinking about the psychology of it. And I was thinking, if she'd missed that one, the fact that it's extended, like you've already caught the prey, right?
Yep.
And instead of dispatching the prey, the prey is giving you a few scratches, and I don't know. I better not go any further with this analogy.
Granny will be on to you again.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to put the moz onto Brenda Lee.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2 players. I can't put the mockers on both players.
Well, that would be the fair thing to do, wouldn't it?
It would. Now, have we got any time problems with this one, I wonder? Because we're 2 hours into the stream. Yeah, so we must be...
What's the time limit?
Well, we're not 100% sure about the time limit in the final.
I think it's 70, 60, 50. 70, 65.
Yeah.
So I think we've probably got about 15 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Do you think so?
We're 2 hours in. Did they use all the time in their first game?
Well, they used 50 minutes.
Of 70, so that's another 20.
Oh, there's another 20.
Yep. I don't think time's an issue for them.
No.
Yet. But Hoop 9 is proving to be a monumental battle.
So would you put, if you were Brenda Lee, would you just put this blue in now, imagining that the black is going to clear the yellow? Yep. So that's
what
what's
she's
happened.
Done. However, Rosie will have a shot at black.
Yep.
I would think.
Okay. It's the blue. Now, black has got an easy clearance on the yellow. Whether it also has a hoop running shot is another matter. And if you're 6-2 up, do you take the hoop or do you do the clearance? Thank you.
I think at this stage Brenda Lee would be very keen to finish this quickly. But that can be a trap.
No?
Yep. No, that was a good attempt.
Yeah. See, I think that if she'd even put that in the jaws, I don't think Rosie could have got it up and over.
It was too close.
It was
perhaps.
very close. And, you know, it's just extending the...
So we're babysitting.
Yep.
G'day, Steve. Kat.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Steve. I didn't realise you had a new edition, so that's great.
Yep.
Nice one.
Yes, get her blooded early. 41 days is not too young to learn the game, is it?
Not really, no.
Got to get in early these days.
Well, I mean, you see some of the brilliant players from, well, New Zealand in particular,
Yep.
and then some of our stars like...
The world champions, the USA. They're all young.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And often they started when they were young too.
Yep, grandparents.
Even the Australian side.
So Rosie looking for position here with the yellow.
Yeah, hiding from the
blue.
blue.
Not sure if Brenda Lee can see the... No, I don't think she can't see it all. So she's just setting up. So the black is on the boundary, south boundary. Options.
Yeah, I mean, is the red good? It looks a little bit angled, doesn't it?
I think the red could run that.
Looks like she's going to shoot for the yellow.
Yep.
Nice
And
shot.
hit it beautifully.
Yeah, nice shot.
So Rosie will try and come back, I would imagine, to clear the blue.
Yeah, she has to clear the blue because the blue's got a hoop running shot to
Yep.
win the game.
Yep.
And she does. Middle ball. Yep.
Right in the centre.
Okay, and the rotations continue.
So blue's got a shot on the hoop, 7 yards.
And
Hoop.
it's not a bad option, really, given the position of the red and yellow, is it, really? I mean,
No.
where else would you put the blue?
Mm.
Oh, it was a very good try, wasn't
Good
it?
effort.
Very,
Very good
very good try. Okay, we will now find out whether or not that red is a runner or a...
Now Rosie's looking
Not.
at both the options for blue and black here.
Do you think she's thinking of clearing the black and giving yellow the shot?
No, I think she's thinking, should I jaws it?
Okay, if I jaws it, what chance of
Blue, or
blue
black?
or black got of extricating
Yep.
it? Yep.
And in fact, it would only be black because she could then peel it with the
yellow.
The
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah. Okay,
No,
she's protecting the
protecting
yellow. So, blue coming in to block the yellow here.
I think so.
Oh,
So
sorry,
it's
it's black to play.
Yeah,
sorry.
we better not play
Yeah.
the wrong ball.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, there's enough of that already. Okay. Now, Rosie does have the ability to run this hoop up to the next.
She does.
Up to the next one. So,
But she's got to keep it smooth, nice and smooth.
yes, through. But 3-6. Referee on. Yeah, I hope that time isn't called at any stage in this game because I'd love to see
It's been a good battle.
if, and it would be really intriguing if Rosie was able to pull this one out of the hat, but that's a
That's a
great
quality-
shot.
quality
That's a great shot. Okay. So let's put the pressure on Rosie to clear that blue. I don't know. I'd almost be inclined to snuggle up to this yellow. The lawns are very good.
Yes. But coming across like that is a pretty tough shot to get it
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Maybe the block is a better option.
Yeah. Depends. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, no, Rosie's got a swing. She's not going to hit the hoop. Close. Ooh. Pings off the
If that had been
left-hand leg.
gone through, it would have been interesting.
Wouldn't it just? So, Brenda lead to win. The second game. And she puts it through.
Well done.
Yep. So
Tiebreaker.
7-3. And we will have a final match, which is great.
Fantastic.
So So maybe we could show a bit of Bell.
Bit of belt, beautiful Manly. Let's check it out.
Whether you're drawn to the stunning views from the iconic Manly Beach, the lush bushland of nearby reserves, or the vibrant cafe culture that defines this charming seaside town, Manly has something for everyone. Just a short ferry ride from Sydney's Circular Quay, it's an idyllic haven for those seeking adventure, relaxation, or a mix of both. From surfing and walking trails to excellent dining and boutique shopping, Manly is the perfect blend of beachside beauty and laid-back charm. I'm Karen Buckley from Bell Property. Come and explore what makes this coastal gem so special. I'm Karen Buckley from Bell Property and welcome to Manly. Nestled between the golden sands of Sydney's northern beaches and the vibrant pulse of urban life, Manly is the ultimate coastal destination.
And shout out the Bell property. How good does that look? Beautiful area. Amazing. So,
Yeah, it certainly is.
And-
A wonderful place to live.
and you know, a little bit of sponsorship goes a long way and helps put these events out there. So
Yeah,
it's very much
yeah,
appreciated.
it is very much, and thanks very much to Bell Property for sponsoring, and massive thanks to the people who set that up as well. because
Absolutely.
that's,
Great.
That's it's
Also got the member of parliament here as well to
Yeah.
do the
that's
the
right.
presentation.
James Griffin, giving his time up on a Sunday afternoon to come down to
Yep.
Manly Club,
And what a tight look, like it's sort of a little snug club, isn't it? It's snugged
is.
in here and it's a little tight club, but very picturesque. And as you had before, someone thought they were watching England.
yeah, no,
Just the
it's
landscaping and
it's a very nice little secret, this, and all of the people watching, I'm sure, are people that play croquet and understand that when you're part of the croquet community, you just have access to things that you wouldn't have dreamed of. So if you lived in Manly and you became a member of this club, they'd give you a key to this clubhouse.
Yep.
Right? Can you imagine any other sport where being a member of
Gets you a key.
they give you a key to the
actual
clubhouse?
clubhouse.
It's just nuts.
yeah.
And when you go overseas, if I go to England, for example, I go to any croquet club in England, and I say, I'm visiting from Australia. They roll out the red carpet.
Yeah,
It's-
grab you by
and-
around the
yeah,
arms and say,
and-
"Get on in here."
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is incredible. So, when you play croquet, you're subscribing to a fantastic bunch
Community.
of people, and you've seen, Boyd, how the players are with each other. We get used to seeing on the TV with the sports, whatever code it is, people behaving less respectfully to each other than they might otherwise do, but by and large, croquet players are so supportive of each other. So it's a really great atmosphere, and when you go and play in events, you get fed.
You get
fed.
cakes. They definitely look after you.
And I tell you, I think Marrickville actually are the proudest of their cuisine,
Yes.
being located in the heart of the sort of Greek, Vietnamese sort of waves of immigration. There's a lovely blend of things coming up from the high street there, the spanakopita and so on. And when people come to play at Marrickville, they often come just because
the food on the
food
table.
and the lovely old oldie worldy club atmosphere. which they have there. So
Ethan's just asked, you didn't want to guess before, but now it's 50-50. Who do you think will win?
well, that's a very good question, Ethan. I think to get into cliche time, you would start thinking, oh well, the experience of Rosie, all of her tremendous sort of competition savviness, her experience with best of three, all of these things that are experiences that are still developing for Brenda Lee. You'd start to think that they would be key factors. However, I think the fact that Rosie's Roquet started to go a little bit. I mean, she was spraying like a fake tan for some of that game, and it was. I just don't. Yeah, I think that's going to.
Who's going to win? Pick it.
Who's going to win? Don't make me choose. Make Ethan choose.
You know
make
what?
Ethan choose.
Ethan, you let us know. And we've got Dwayne says go Rosie, and Trigger. What is it? Triggerian. Sorry, I thought I was in England.
Oh, don't worry, Steve-O. You've made the local MP very happy.
Yeah, we let him know about your comment.
Yeah. No, he was delighted about that. He'll be dining out of that for a long time.
So I've just checked with the referee,
Yep.
and they have 1 hour, 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
50 seconds. Well, based on the last one, it could be important, couldn't it? What's that?
So that's approximately the time it'll
finish. Okay.
Yep, it'll have time out.
All right. Well, while we've been thinking about things, we've already got a red ball in the jaws. Elizabeth hedging her bets, wishing good luck to both competitors.
Well, they've both played very well.
Yeah.
Both worthy finalists.
A lovely
Very
centre ball clearance. Great shot.
Now, it's a bit hard to tell how far in that red is, and it's close to the jaws, but I think it's sticking out a little bit that blue might be able to dig it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a clock up there, but we might have to add 2 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good indication. It works the other way. Sometimes when people are playing, in a game and they're keeping the time on their own watch,
Yes.
they'll set it a little bit fast,
Yes.
so that when their beeper goes off, they've still got 2 minutes.
That's what we got.
We've got 2 rotations if it gets timed out, but we hope that the clock is not a factor.
Yep. And there's the answer, Malcolm.
It's well cleared.
Where's the answer? All right. So just a reminder about our competitors, how they got here. Rosie today beat Liz Montague 2 games to 1.
In the semi.
And Brenda Lee beat Janine Sisson 2 games to love.
Yep.
Ooh, and that's a rare miss for Brenda Lee. We haven't seen her put one of those wide for a while. In fact, every shot I've seen her play for the last few clearances have been centre balls.
She's been playing very well.
Oh, lovely shot by Rosie. Look, that blue is going not only to the eastern boundary, it's even got a bit of furniture in the way as well.
Hoop 5. Or 12, depending on your perspective.
Oh. Ethan's berating us for dodging the question. Well, berating me. You haven't dodged the question.
No, I haven't.
You just
dodged the
haven't
question.
engaged in it.
I haven't engaged. No.
It's-
I'm not going to predict.
But see, he's much bolder. He's even going for a timed out call as well. So
Nice.
yeah,
It's the confidence of youth, I think, is what I'd say about Ethan.
insight.
Confidence, insight. Okay, Rosie,
All
with
right.
the first chance to run hoop 1 with red.
Ooh. Yep. And
Missed opportunity.
yeah, I know.
And she knows it.
Okay.
The toilet. Hope they don't get it while I'm gone. We're going to change the camera.
So Boyd, our producer, has gone off for a little comfort break, leaving
Yes.
Malcolm and I in charge of the equipment.
This could be dangerous.
So it could be very dangerous because if a hoop is made, we have no idea how to change the cameras. But we could have some fun trying. I mean, we're
Should we have a play with it?
Yeah,
No.
let's play with it. There's a joystick there.
No,
It's,
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
It's
go
all right at the
on.
moment.
All right. Well, if
So Rosie's worry will be blue. So she's taking aim at blue, I think.
well, blue's certainly the one threatening to score.
Would you think about putting in a block, coming in at that angle? A block is a higher percentage shot.
Yes, I see what you mean, because it's not like you've got to get the distance right, is
No,
it?
no.
You've only got to get the direction right, which is all you're trying to do when you're shooting anyway.
Yep,
So,
yep. So
Brenda Lee now
Brenda Lee with blue looks like she's got a shot on the hoop.
it does. And then we just have to cross our fingers that we don't have to try and change the camera. Oh,
No.
and that will be dispatched quite easily,
Well,
or the yellow could jump it if it's still there.
Rosie's looking at her options. Because if she clears blue with red, it opens up the hoop for black.
For black, yes. But then where would you put black? I mean, it's like there's not many. You can only move black a little
She's
way.
gone stymie.
Stymie. Doesn't like it, I don't think. She
Can black see
she
yellow?
definitely berated the red ball. Yeah.
I find it doesn't work talking to the balls. Do you?
Not afterwards, no.
Before, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a clearance.
That's pretty definitive.
yeah. So
Not only is yellow a long way away, there's a bit of furniture
furniture,
potentially
the
in the
same
way.
furniture that was there before is still there. Rosie looking at it. No, now looking at the halfway mark. And now, no, she does think that she can do it. Here we go. Okay,
Yep.
big shot then.
Big shot. Yep.
Big shot. Okay. Head down.
Follow through.
No.
Oh, you
No,
distracted.
no, no. Doesn't like it.
And
Just
I think
checking.
this is again a sign of Rosie's experience. She's not rushing. She's contemplating her shots and not, recognising that this
Yep.
is a critical one. And so she's changed her mind.
Yep.
Had the confidence to do that, and that takes some courage, I think.
Has that ball stayed on side, do you think? Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Well, you can tell from here.
No, I can't.
But I can't.
It just looked like, when she hit it, it had gone too far. But that's no. It's sure she judged that perfectly.
And it's a nice block.
Okay, Claire makes the first hoop, but gets enough wire to send her off a few yards to the right
Yep.
of hoop 2, and it means that, you know, Rosie gave up the hoop, but she's got a very nicely placed yellow.
And gave up the hoop. Yeah, I think, you know, conceded the hoop is often a sign of wisdom.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
It's not
yeah,
a
discretion.
Yep.
Discernment.
Protecting position on the next hoop can be a critical advantage.
Ethan is curious to know what motivational words we can say to a ball. I shall. They tend to be telepathic.
Yes. Slow down, slow down.
And Rosie,
Rosie,
beautiful
that's a
shot.
lovely
yes, look at that.
I think she's cleanly through.
Look at that. That's a Bell property replay, if we were within the 16 seconds. And
Well
we
done.
were.
Well done, Boyd.
Yeah, lovely.
Just.
Well, if you hadn't come back, it wouldn't have been an option.
Yes, no, you're absolutely right.
Mm.
It was the
look at that.
discernment that that made it possible to do that shot with the yellow.
Yep.
Yep, I love it.
And that's a lovely shot from Brenda Lee. Is she cramping a little bit?
Oh, great shot. What a clearance. What a clearance. Now, do you think the yellow is completely free of the wire? I think it is. It did seem to come through cleanly.
I would want to wait and see how Rosie addresses the ball.
Oh, you're always sitting on the fence, Malcolm.
Or to see whether the referee starts to hover.
Hover. There's this little drone thing.
I think she's clear.
Okay. So one interesting thing about Rosie shooting at these nice hoop approaches that Brenda Lee is putting in,
Yep.
when Rosie hits them, it means that her ball ends up on the short side boundary,
Yes.
which then means that the next shot that Brenda Lee puts in that's nice is then only 7 yards away.
Yes,
for
that's
her to
right.
hit. Yeah.
She's well positioned for the follow-up clearance.
Yeah, so that's a nice little motif there for people to spot.
And Rosie would back herself to clear black here.
Oh yeah. And
that's-
there it goes.
It's not
yeah.
only clearing it, it's
Yep.
right in the centre.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And the advantage of that, of course, is that yellow is perfectly positioned to run the hoop, and black's got the challenge of doing something about it. So Brenda Lee with a long clearance. What would you say? 12 to 15 yards?
Yeah, 12 yards or so.
Just hedging my bets.
And just going off to
To
her
the-
right. Rosie with a good chance now. Oh, a little jig. Yep. It's very important to have a post-hoop failure routine. You know, something that just emphasises the fact that you didn't mean to do that.
I have a poker routine. I want to try and give my opponent the impression that that was my intention.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's like when you're walking down the street and you trip over. You sort of got to trip over again just to make it look like that's how you normally walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
so
we
black
think that is, yeah, that's a good shot. Yep, just looking at it from my three-dimensional eye perspective by standing up. That is actually a nice shot. There's a big crowd of people behind. Look at in that sports club behind there. Little do they know about the action going on here.
Exactly. They're not paying much attention.
I pity them, really. Oh, okay. I thought the red was pretty good already.
Well, now she's put.
Yeah. Oh, well, for the first time today, we're going to get someone to come out and bang the hoops in.
Yep, there's no Egyptians here, that's for sure.
No.
Now I'm going to ask you a question. Is
Yes.
has
How many points is it worth?
no how many yellow promoted red there?
Yes.
Is red a sucker ball? And what's a sucker ball?
Yellow promoted red to lure the blue into clearing it. The blue, the red, the best that red can do, blue can do is put red to the boundary.
Yes.
And red will then have an easy smash on the black,
Yep.
leaving the yellow
Leaving the
in
yellow.
control of the hoop.
Yep.
How many points do I get for that?
10 out of 10.
10?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yep. In red ink.
Wow. Not see me after class.
No, I think that was a very clever promotion.
Yeah, it was actually. I think I'm glad you pointed it out. No, seriously, because the nuance of it hadn't impacted me initially. All right, so that blue ball has gone off to just past the midline.
And black's got a testing shot.
Yeah, good 8-yarder.
Probably needs to clear yellow rather than run the hoop.
Yeah, could
But
get
either result is good.
yeah, could get very lucky,
Or both.
and almost
Or-
doesn't get lucky
or
at all.
unlucky and put it through.
Hmm.
Lots of smiles.
Yeah, Ethan is only giving me 9 out of 10.
He's a hard man.
Yeah.
He didn't use any references.
Yeah, it's a bit tough because I'm not sure that there are any appropriate bibliographies on this point,
Well,
and secondly, I think in an oral exam you don't really have to give references.
no.
There's lots of youths marauding on the golf course behind us.
Mm.
Okay, Rosie really
Applying the pressure.
applying
here.
the pressure on this one now.
It's black.
But again, like the previous games, I mean, we've been like 16 and a half minutes. We're still on hoop 3.
A good clearance can turn it all around.
Yeah, and there might be Rosie's two balls might be close enough together for a bit of a spread.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Yes, that's
takes out the yellow.
with clinical execution.
Yeah, absolutely. Like she took a scalpel to it.
Yep.
Oh dear, there was a reference. Peter Freer, 2021, page 2. Oh dear. Well, actually, I'd just get ChatGPT to provide the answer. I don't know.
You know all about that.
Yep.
Very nice.
Dispatched. I'm a bit worried about all these youths running up and down the golf course. I think society's broken down. I think we might be in danger in a minute.
I think they're training for rugby.
Yeah, but they're on the golf course. They shouldn't be doing that on the golf course.
I guess.
Wonder if they've got studs in.
Oh, gosh.
Gets worse.
Better be on the golf course than the croquet course.
Well,
Exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
true, yes. It has been known to happen. Okay, so the familiar pattern of Rosie having a couple of balls in front and Janine being called
Brenda
upon
Lee.
to remove them.
Brenda Lee, I think you meant.
Oh, gosh, Brenda Lee, gosh.
It's all right.
Sorry, Brenda Lee.
I get the colour of the balls
Sorry.
wrong.
Dear, oh dear. I've said that 3 times now. All the people in Maitland will be so cross.
Think of all those emails you'll get.
I know. In fact, I might have to assume a new identity. Like on Breaking Bad, where you have to pay the fortune to get a new passport and everything.
Mm.
I'm beginning to think that isn't a golf course behind.
Touch field.
Okay. All right. So, Rosie, looking at that blue in front of the hoop, choosing to tickle up. Actually tried the hoop, I think.
It's Curl Park Field 1.
Okay.
Well, keep calling it the golf course.
Yeah. Well, the MP called it a golf course.
Yeah, good enough for him.
Didn't he? He said, "Oh, it's so beautiful, Manly Club, nestled in here in the corner by the golf
Well,
course."
perhaps it is the corner of the golf course. Yep.
Well, we are surrounded by a sporting field, so there's golf course here, there's touch footy, probably soccer and footy, and it's a nice little area.
Yeah.
That's a nice clearance. So
Yeah.
Brenda Lee,
Yeah.
I mean, the challenge for them both now is to maintain their concentration. It's been a long day. Rosie, this is her 6th game, isn't it? Is that right?
6th game today. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Number
Yep.
5 for Brenda Lee. That's a
And
lovely
another
shot.
great shot.
And the concentration is important in terms of shot selection and shot implementation.
Yeah.
And if you start to lose that, then your game can go off very quickly.
Yes, the ladies have been out there since 7:45 this morning.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's
it's nearly 3 o'clock.
It certainly would be
3 o'clock now.
a new thing to see someone needing attention for cramp, but you could understand it, couldn't
Yep,
you? I mean,
absolutely.
based on the fact that it's now
Pickle juice out
3
there.
o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, we're still only on hoop 3 and over 20 minutes have gone. Yeah. We've just, for those of you who missed it at the start, we have 1 hour and 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
But our clock may not be exactly.
No, we've got an added 2 minutes.
Yeah. So
It'll give-
Boyd,
it'll
there's
give-
23 minutes gone then, is that right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about that, yeah. Because
we didn't start the clock until a bit later. Yeah. Yeah, so actually at this stage,
it's a good guide, though.
about 24 minutes have gone.
Good guide.
And for those who've just joined us, the conditions of play for the if time does run out, then there are 2 more rounds played.
What if it's a draw?
Well, then they play. If they're two rounds and it's still tied, then they play the hoop that they're on to get a result.
Hoop shootout.
But if one player is leading after those 2 rounds on the bell, that player then is declared the winner. So it doesn't have to be first to 7 necessarily.
And so far we have spectacularly got everything about that wrong, haven't we? in the games where they have gone to time, we've lost
track.
Well, because we didn't know when time was actually called, and
Yes.
so we didn't know what was adjudged to be the beginning of that those last two rotations. So Rosie playing in, I'm slightly surprised by that because it's a very big target for the black, and the red can't move the black
But it's
very
blue.
far.
It's blue to play.
Yeah,
Followed
but
by red.
yes, but
So-
what can red do to stop the black?
Red can promote yellow
But what?
into black's line if blue hasn't already blocked it. Because black's got a nice in-off where yellow is at the moment, so Rosie really needs to move that yellow, I would suggest.
Yeah, but she put the yellow there in the first place.
Yes, but that was to block blue's shot. But now it's black's play.
Okay.
So black can clear yellow, but red is nicely placed to run the hoop. And they look like they're in line. That's a good shot.
So Ethan has started an interesting debate about how you might have a tiebreaker, soccer style, penalty shootout. And in this case, the penalty spot would be 7 yards away. Feelings, Malcolm?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
No, not your cup of tea.
I think best of 5 is best of 5. I'm not quite sure what Ethan is suggesting there. You play the 5th game. Instead of playing the 5th game, you play a shootout.
That hoop's done.
Thank you. I'm glad Boyd's watching.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it raises the intriguing idea that you could have...
So Rosie, just sorry to interrupt you, Gary.
Yeah. Just
Rosie
promoting her own ball down.
promoting her own ball.
Yeah.
But the reason she's doing it is that yellow had a hampered shot.
Yes. Yes.
So she's
no, it's
not-
a very nice shot.
It's a nice shot. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. I was talking rubbish, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, so Rosie, to make advantage of this, she has to go for the hoop.
She should go for the
There's absolutely no point in putting the ball in the firing line of black. She the whole purpose of this is to get the hoop. So here we go. Oh, bad luck. But actually a nice spin out because look where it is. It's now the ball that's going to clear the black.
Yep. Unless black can run it. It looks a bit angled.
Yeah, again, camera angle's different, but have we got a straighter one on that, Boyd? Yeah. I don't think that's runnable.
It's tight.
But this is an interesting decision for Rosie because if she misses, then poor old yellow might find themselves stymied.
Yep. Looks like she's going towards the hoop.
Oh, she is. She's going for the hoop. Oh!
Just to the right. Just to her right.
Wow.
It's bell replay it. See how close
Yeah,
that
no,
was.
it's definitely
Well
worthy
worth
of a bell replay. And it's very close. Very close. Okay.
Now, Gareth, question there. Would you have thought that Brenda Lee might stymie that rather than clear it?
Yeah,
because although it's a longer shot,
but
at this level...
Yeah, I'm expecting Rosie to clear this. She would be backing herself to clear it.
Whereas the stymie makes it a much more difficult option.
Yeah.
If it's successful.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the downside also is that that black is no longer in a hooping position. So blue is the first to potentially set up in a hoop running position.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that black and blue are bossing this hoop now.
Particularly if blue can get a wire from red. That is, put the hoop between itself and
Yeah.
red. I don't think it's achieved that.
Well, no, and also it's
Not in a hoop
there's no threat there, is there, at the
No.
moment? Yep, nice deep ball from Rosie.
And you said nice deep. Can you explain why the nice?
Why nice? Well, I mean, not too close to either of the potential clearing balls.
Exactly.
So that, although it, could be cleared, it's not going to offer black and blue the potential to improve their position.
Yeah. Well, Brenda Lee's looking at doing a promotion here, I think.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
That's very well
It's a
done.
lovely shot. So now we have what looks like a bit of a double for Rosie, smacking the blue, or being fortunate and missing the blue and going through the hoop.
Going through the hoop.
But this will be a very nice swing and a big shot, and it gets the blue, and nearly ends up. The crowd in the clubhouse have just
Went wild.
They're uncontrollable now.
That was a great shot. Rosie likes it.
Yeah. She was just a bit unfortunate that she ended up on the wire.
Well,
You think that's?
I think she's very happy having done the clearance, and she's
Yeah.
very happy hitting the hoop,
Yeah.
so that she hasn't. She's still in position.
You can see some of the crowd there.
Yes.
They look rather menacing, don't they? Particularly those members of the crowd that bought us this lovely plate of cakes.
Okay, Rosie's having a good look to see if she can clear the black. She wants to.
Do you think there's any merit in stop shotting the blue? So they're keeping the red where the blue is,
Possibly.
letting
yes.
the black have its fun and clear the yellow. But that's
And that's it.
that sort of shot.
Yep.
Although, unfortunately, it hit the. Well, I mean, she can only clear
Now
one
here,
of these balls.
This is again that situation we were talking about before. If yellow cannot run it from there, does Brenda Lee need to worry about it?
No,
Is she better to clear the red?
better clear the red. Yeah.
Your inbox is running hot.
Okay.
It could be a nice buffer.
I just feel that maybe it's going to get in the way of Red's shot. Well, if Red's still there, I mean, Red might not still be there after this.
Yep. Yes, there is that 1 yard rule. If you've got a ball in good hoop running position, keep your partner ball at least a yard away. That's
Oh,
nice.
another surgical removal there.
Very good.
Yeah. Really nice. So, Rosie could clear the black.
Red comes back.
Yeah, or come back and get the block black on yellow.
And see, even if she doesn't get the block, if she comes back in, she's keeping pressure on with placement.
Sure.
And if black clears yellow, yellow can just come back in. So Brenda Lee, that's lovely. Oh, no.
A little bit too far, perhaps against the leg.
And perhaps an in-off opportunity for Brenda Lee.
Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, yes. So here's a good example of where it is justified
Yep.
to remove a ball, an opponent ball against the leg.
Yep. And makes the hooping shot much easier than if the red were not there.
Oh. Okay.
I think she might have just come off that near upright.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So yellow to have a hoop running attempt.
Rosie takes it to 2-2.
Two.
And a little wiggle as
And she
well.
likes
A
it.
bit of
She
a
likes it.
bit of a dance. Do you have a post-hoop celebratory dance, Malcolm?
Depends on the situation, but yes, there have been a couple that have been recorded. For
Really?
posterity.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'd imagine they're quite classy. Sort of like
not at all. Not at
a
all.
waltz or something like that. All right. Rosie doesn't like the blue that's been placed there. And is
Just missed it to the
unable
right.
to get rid of it.
It's hard to tell from this angle whether blue is runnable, but it would appear that Rosie thought it was.
Yeah, it's definitely runnable.
Yep.
Yep, 100%. Okay, so Rosie will have another chance. Oh, doesn't look quite so runnable there, does it? I got up and have a look. I had a look, and honestly, it looked runnable.
Gareth,
Honestly,
I know you're being honest.
I did. I literally stood up and used my three-dimensional vision, stereoscopic vision.
But you've heard of parallax error,
Well,
haven't you?
I better go to that brand of optical people that they
Aids.
advertise on the yeah.
Possible sponsor for next one.
Yes. Could get the sponsorship. Yes, an optician. That would work. All right. Is he bringing the red in? Brenda Lee thinking, oh, I quite like my blue where it is. I don't want it to be dislodged. I'm going to put a little block in. And the way Rosie is strutting up to this means that it's not a total block. It's not a full eclipse.
No.
Oh, and now Rosie responds with a sort of knee trembling sort of post Croquet miss.
Yes.
Someone should do a compilation of all the little jigs, and I reckon on TikTok that would be pretty good.
Yep. Brenda Lee attempting to run hoop 5
For a 3-2. Yep.
That's through nicely. I think Brenda Lee's having some issues with her right leg.
She's definitely favouring it at the moment. Oh, that looks tempting, doesn't it? The shot on
The double.
the hoop and the red. Yes, 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 yes. Oh,
It's a nice clearance.
well, there was a very, very lot of reward in that one, wasn't
It was.
there?
Yep.
You know, there was a good sort of area of contact. Well,
Just
it's
to
a
the
bold
right.
attempt.
Just to the right.
Yeah, she's so on this hoop she's actually had 2 long attempts.
Mm.
So Rosie, as we know, has been a runner-up in this competition before.
It's a good shot.
So both players, there will be a new name on the trophy.
Mm.
Brenda Lee's got to hit this 9-yarder. And she does.
Well done. Very nice.
Lovely pace.
And kept position with the black.
Incredible.
That's good position for yellow. Going the other side of that centre line. So Brenda Lee to play black. She may be targeting yellow. And she's hit yellow, but not right in the middle, which has meant that her black has deflected off to the western boundary, leaving yellow with a manageable clearance for Rosie on blue. And Rosie clears the blue, and I think does enough to give blue a challenging shot back on red. Red is quite close to the hoop, which is handy for red's next shot if it stays where it is. But it could give Brenda Lee an opportunity to deflect off it, go in off into the hoop. Just missed it. So she's gone past. Over halfway, so that means that if red runs this hoop, blue would be offside. So Rosie has
Jaws
attempted the hoop, but put it in the jaws. Probably not her intention, but not a disaster. given where blue and black are. Yep. Brenda Lee is basically side on and got very little opportunity to knock that red out of the jaws. So it's come into a hoop running position, which will be handy if the blue manages to clear the red out of the hoop from the northern boundary. But it's quite angled, so it's not an easy shot. So yellow to play. Rosie may be tempted to go halfway with the potential to block blue's shot on clearing red, and it looks like she's pretty close to achieving that.
Mm.
No, not just
Not
a
quite.
little bit short. So it looks like Brenda Lee is going to attempt to clear red out of the hoop.
Ooh.
Good effort.
Very
Good effort.
Close. Very close.
But the downside, of course, missing that means that she's a long way from hoop,
Yeah.
from hoop 7.
So initially I thought that Rosie might be putting that yellow in so that she might get a rush after this.
Yep.
But, I mean, maybe she was trying that. Who knows? Because the block, as you say, the block
Yep.
was good. But they...
Achieving both is always good.
So
Brenda
Ethan
Lee's-
reckons that the AI has predicted a 7-5 Rosie win. I'd be interested to know what prompts it was given to come up with.
By Ethan.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot in terms of running the hoop, but black is nicely placed to clear
Black's
it.
beautifully placed to clear it. Let's see if blue can come in from a long way away, as Malcolm pointed out. Nudges the
Ooh.
yellow, puts it
Yeah.
even closer to black. And
that-
does it even protect black from red's steely gaze?
It complicates black's clearance on yellow if that's what black wants
Right.
to do.
Okay, because the blue's in the line of that
Mm.
clearance. Yeah, good point. Yep. Okay. Well, black does have a shot at the hoop according to that.
Yep.
And as you point out, a smash of black on yellow runs the risk of interfering with blue's position.
And leaving yellow, clearing blue,
Yeah.
and leaving yellow
Wow,
in a prime
yeah.
position.
Newton's
So
cradle again.
going,
So I think she's going to go for the hoop.
I think that's probably the best option.
Let's see. She does. And I think
Gets rejected.
that the yellow cannot actually see the hoop from where it is.
Can we get that angle, Boyd?
Oh no, it can.
Yeah, I
It
think it
can.
can.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
But
Have I called any of these right yet?
you got to sit on the fence, Gareth.
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's a bad miss.
And that's
that's a
the
bad
risk
miss.
because now blue
That.
has an easier shot.
Oh, that's a painful miss. Rosie's scratching her head. She knows that was a bad miss. Shake of the head. No jig that time.
No.
Ooh. Oh my God. Oh. Wow.
So that's three missed hoops that
wow.
you might expect these players to get 90%
Well,
of the time.
as Boyd pointed out, they've been out there a long time.
Yep.
They started knocking around on the lawns at 7:30 this morning,
Mm.
so they've had a long day.
And by my calculations, we have about 20 minutes remaining.
Oh, you're right. Yes, we're 47 minutes into this. And we have
Time.
68 minutes of play.
Time may become a factor.
We've only got 20 minutes, yeah. Yeah, wow. Well, if it's taken us 47 minutes to just do 6 hoops and a bit, it doesn't look good for us finishing this with a 7.
Brenda Lee, just observing her going to her ball then, she wasn't moving quickly at all.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's a
Very
nice clearance.
That's a brilliant clearance. I love it.
But I think yellow,
This is a
yellow
real-
can still see blue.
It's a real exhibition of careful, controlled play, isn't it? Oh, that's a great
lovely
shot.
shot.
Great shot. All right, so we're back to contesting the hoop. Nothing particularly threatening it. The black is
Although,
admittedly on the northern boundary.
and red and yellow are both close by in good hooping positions. Good good clearing positions.
Clearing.
is what I meant. Yeah. Black's the only one in a hooping
Yeah.
position. So red's gone for the block on black. And yellow is in a good position to clear blue if black.
It can't put blue very far, though, can it?
No, it's 7-yard clearance. But black, in going for red, runs the risk of actually putting it through.
Oh. Brenda Lee indicating that it was a very small margin. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's sort of the opposite of fishermen, isn't it? Croquet players go like that, and they go, "Oh, it's tiny. Oh, it's a coat of paint. Oh, it wasn't even the the hair of a
Teleo paper.
mosquito. It was like." But whereas fishermen go, "It was this big." Yeah.
And there we see yellow doing a lovely clearance on blue. Putting pressure on Brenda Lee.
It is almost obligatory when you miss a roquet by a whisker that you have to go ooh, ooh, and announce that it was close.
Yep.
Because of course no one else would have seen that it was close.
Okay, so blue to play with red threatening in front of the hoop.
Oh,
Just to the right.
It's a rare miss. It's a rare miss.
Now this could be a pivotal moment because Rose
Yep.
is in good hooping position.
Good hooping position,
and also the chance to run down to 8.
We know she can do it. Yes, very
Yep.
nice. And down it goes as well. Beautiful pace, beautiful
Yep,
pace.
lovely.
Not in front of the hoop, but in the clearing position on the short side.
Yep.
So
And
that
could even be jawsable from there.
that definitely gives her the advantage on this hoop. So not only has she gone 4-3 up, she's also put herself in control of the territory around hoop 8.
And going back to Brenda Lee's missed clearance on that previous hoop, that's what's cost her, and Rosie has appropriately punished her for missing that by running the hoop and getting her red first down. A little bit far. If yellow had been plumb in front, then red would have had the option to clear black. And Brenda Lee's, playing from wide, deep positions, which makes it hard.
Well, Rosie likes at least the jawsing opportunity
Yep.
here. No, Skittles in front.
But it's still blocking black's shot. And,
And
and yellow could...
And actually maybe better placed than it looks from this angle. I mean, it looks as if it's sort of against the leg there, but just, you know, we are on a slightly deceptive
yes.
angle looking at it. And look, and the fact that Brenda Lee is going to promote the... Oh, no, she's not. No, I thought she was going to try and promote the blue there, but she just moved into...
Now, what are yellow's options here?
Well, blue is obviously threatening to clear the red and or go in off. I mean, who knows how close it actually is.
Under what circumstances would you clear your own ball?
Yeah.
Clear the red?
Yeah, clear it onto the
near
short side. Yeah. Fascinating idea. I don't like that though, because I mean, once the blue's cleared the red, I suppose the red comes back in, but if the blue stays there as a stop shot, I'm just thinking of that clearance of black on yellow. It's just, it looks so compelling for black to smack the yellow all the way up the park.
So red plays back, maybe hampered by hoop 12/5. Rosie's checking it. If she can see black, or if she's got a shot on black, would she try to clear it?
You think black's a runner? I don't... have we got the other angle on that one, board, coming from the more from the south? No, black isn't a runner. So black is going to
clear and
do a stop shot on the yellow. Pretty good.
That's good.
Pretty good.
Now, where would Rosie be trying? She's obviously going to come back in, but where
can you go? Where can you go? Yeah, where can you go? That so blue is in a clearing position on red, I think, isn't it?
If you can see it.
Blue can see red and clear it a long way away.
If it can. It's very close to the hoop.
Black is in a hoop running position, but difficult. I mean, certainly not 50%. So I think Rosie has just opted to sling a ball in.
Yeah.
And okay, and there is a sort of heuristic, isn't there, that clearing the ball that just came in is a useful tool
because it doesn't come straight back.
Doesn't come straight back. Although in this case she didn't quite get the contact.
No.
So choice here for Rosie to either go in front of the hoop or clear the black.
She doesn't want black to take that shot, I think. So I think she's going to clear it if she can.
Yeah.
But
she's
didn't hit it in the middle.
Come off the edge of it a bit, and now both of Rosie's balls are, you know, on the western boundary, and both of Brenda Lee's balls are in positions where they can come in.
That's black to play.
I mean, Rosie's good enough to clear something from 7 yards without any question. So in a sense, that's not too bad. And Brenda Lee, beautiful, nice shot. You know, playing a couple of yards to the other side, making Rosie's shot a bit longer. Rosie comes in anyway. Now, this is an interesting shot. Do you go for the hoop here? Well, I suppose the clearance is a chance of an in-off, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you clear it. You're very unlikely to put the yellow through.
Yes.
So, you know, there's only good things that can happen here, really. Yes.
You're making predictions.
Yeah. We'll see. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
I did tell you, didn't I?
You did predict correctly, Gareth.
That's my first prediction. We've been going for 8 hours, and I've made a prediction.
Correctly.
Yes, I made plenty of predictions.
Okay, so red here really doesn't want to touch blue. Is she going for black to deflect off black?
I think so.
Black to 9.
Yeah, I think so.
Long shot.
Oh my
That's-
word, that's brilliant.
That's a lovely shot.
Oh my goodness, where's the red gone?
Over
Have we got
towards
have we,
9.
have we got a visual fix on the red there, boy? Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Oh,
So
isn't
because red is so well positioned there, it may force Brenda Lee to think about whether she runs that hoop or not.
I mean, I really appreciate that shot there. I love it when people do things like that.
Now that's a good response from Brenda Lee.
Yeah, it's very solid.
Rosie, she could try and get blue out. That's not an easy shot. She could try and clear black, or she could place herself just behind the hoop and force blue to run the hoop.
Yeah, would it though? Because black could promote it. Oh,
She was trying to get blue out.
yeah, she was trying to get blue out. Yeah, because if she'd gone behind the hoop, then and blue deems, red's got to come back.
Yep.
I mean,
Black-
as it is, Brenda Lee made
May promote
deem
anyway.
this. She made a bit of a deeming faux pas in her match against Janine, didn't she? When you remember when she deemed and thought she wasn't offside because
Yep.
yeah, she'd done that.
Okay, so red's got to come back now.
Yeah. Yep. Did she play the shot or did she just deem
No,
it?
she played
She
it.
just nibbled it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it moved slightly.
Yeah,
But one of those ones that moved and then almost came back.
Came
to the
back
same
into
place.
the same little depression. So looking at the little error messages on the screen there, it might be that we're not getting quite the stream that we have been. Maybe the good folk of Manly have all started logging into the internet or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it says good here, but it's.
Yeah.
I just changed it on. Just dropped the internet down a little on the stream.
Well, 60 minutes. We've only got 6 minutes left.
Yep.
So it's probably 62 minutes. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. I was accounting for that. So,
Yeah.
so I think we've only got 6 minutes left, which is a real shame. But on the other hand, it is going to be 4-all, so we're going to get a grandstand finish anyway.
Yep. But we may not get to 7.
We might not get to 7. So Rosie with the slight advantage of going first, albeit from 21 yards away. And hitting it short.
Mm.
Okay.
And she may have been restricted by the position of the black.
Yes. Yes.
But, she
Yeah,
was
there were plenty
forced-
of plenty
she
of
was
things in the way.
She was forced to play it in tight, which makes it harder to set up a runner.
Okay, that's gone quite a few yards wide. Rosie this time putting it on the blade of grass in front of the hoop. Now remember that black ball
Black is
is lurking on the right hand corner of the off the screen and is in a clearing position. So can Rosie protect that beautiful yellow from the black?
her options are to do a block on black
Mm-hmm.
or just set up.
Okay,
she's gone the
has that blocked the black? I don't think it has.
No,
What do you think, Malcolm?
I don't think it has.
Ooh, wow. What a game. Just 4 minutes left.
We think.
Yeah, you're quite definitive about the 108 50 minutes business, yeah. Yeah. Did its job. Yellow to come back in. Do you think that blue is a runner, Malcolm?
I think it is, but
See if it gets
Or Bren-
blocked.
or
Let's
Brenda
see if it
Lee.
gets blocked. Let's see if it gets... No, it doesn't get blocked. So this is... Well, the hoop run is the only shot, isn't
this
it?
could be a decisive.
There's nothing else to do here. Nothing else to do. No. Pings off the right leg. We think there's about 4 minutes left. One of us could run and have a look at the referee's clock, couldn't we?
Yep. Do you want me to do that?
Oh, we're pretty close.
Or we could ask...
That's right. We're pretty close with the time, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably better we don't know, actually. It's more exciting that we don't know.
But we do want to know when the referee calls
We're
time.
getting
Yes,
close
we
to
know,
time.
yeah,
We're getting
yeah.
close to time anyway. So
I'll just ask Pete.
got the better of him.
That's a nice clearance. So blue is on the eastern boundary. Looks like it does have a shot at red.
Okay, thanks for that on the buffering.
Oh, good, nice feedback there from Steve.
Yeah.
So Brenda Lee is lining up the clearance with her blue onto red. Oh, just went to the bit to the right. Hit
So what'd
the-
you find out?
Well, what I found out is that I've sent some people to find out.
Now this is the referee here, so he's got the clock. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's have a look.
So my spies...
See if we can look at that watch.
Yeah, let's zoom in on the referee's watch. No, he'll have a little clock.
Yeah.
Boy, dear. So, yeah, we'll find out what's on the clock, but certainly, well...
Does time go on from the other games though?
Yeah,
that was including
we've
that.
taken-
Yeah, so
we've
the 1 hour, 8 minutes and 50 seconds,
took that into account.
and we think that we're 2 minutes over this, and... Okay.
So hoop
So
nine,
is
hoop
Brent-
nine is going to be critical. The winner,
Is Brenda Lee thinking that she's going to jump that, is she?
she might.
That'd be a nice way to win, wouldn't it? Oh, good shot by Rosie.
Yep.
Beautiful centre ball contact.
Clock's over in the little shoulder pass there, but I'm not going to walk past that.
Another.
Okay. So we still haven't got the total intel
Definitive answer.
because it is actually difficult for our spies to see the real clock without disturbing the play on this hoop. So,
But what we want to know is when the referee calls
yeah,
it.
well, sure, yeah. But I think
The
Pete
referee's
will-
there.
Referee's there. We've got a camera on the referee. He's not doing anything at the moment. And, unfortunately for Renderley, that has made the red stand up in front of the hoop. And
Giving Rosie
Rosie this hoop and possibly
Possibly the game.
possibly definitely up to the next hoop, putting her in control of that. There it goes, beautiful shot, beautiful shot, beautiful shot,
it's very nice.
very nice. At least putting her in the controlling position
And
So
on
here
the short
comes,
side. Here comes the
Referee
referee.
now.
Here comes the somber news.
Oh, you're under the pump.
Here comes the news. Now, what constitutes the shot that played when the bell went?
So does this mean that the black is the first?
Or is the red the first? We're
Is
not
it-
sure.
Well, he came in after the red was shot, so surely it has to be the black.
You think so, wouldn't you? Yeah. Yeah.
But we made that mistake one time before.
Yeah. Okay.
So that could be the second or the first
So
shot.
it's interesting for Rosie now because she doesn't have to make this hoop.
No.
She only has to stop Brenda Lee from making the hoop,
Yep, the clock
which is
her,
an unusual situation in croquet.
the clock is her friend. And Brenda Lee needs to clear the yellow because if yellow runs this hoop,
Yeah. Well,
it's
that's
all
totally
it's
it.
all over Red Rover.
Yeah. Well, I think she's got to clear the. Yeah, she's got to clear. I think she's got to clear the red because she needs to score the hoop. So she needs to actually put the black into it. She needs to make the hoop with the black. I don't think. No, I don't think that's. They've all had a shot up to this hoop now.
Well, unless red is having its first shot now.
Yeah, I reckon because red scored.
But even then, if you got rid of the red and the red misses the black, and the black scores,
Yep.
we're even Stevens.
Yes, correct.
Yep. And that's. I can't see that Brenda Lee can make the hoop now because Rosie, she doesn't have to make the hoop. She only has to clear the blue.
Yep.
I think that's it's really unfortunate.
But that would be a brave choice to clear the blue, wouldn't it? When
Well,
when
no, but it's the only choice. It's the only choice. There is no other way of winning this game.
Yeah, she can run the hoop with yellow.
No, but she's black and blue.
No, I'm talking about Rosie.
Yeah, but Rosie only has to clear the blue all the way down to the south
Oh,
boundary.
that's the way she does with this shot.
No prediction.
Missed.
Okay, so now if I was Rosie, I wouldn't be making the hoop because blue still has a shot.
Yep. But if she runs it...
Oh, she runs it, she's won.
Yep.
Of course, yeah. But if she smacks the blue all the way down to the south boundary, she's pretty
going
much
for
as
the
good
win.
as one. Anyway, let's see. I'm a chicken, so... Yes, well played,
Well
Rosie.
played.
That's it. That is
very
the New
good.
South Wales Championship. Beautifully won. Well played. So Rosie is the 2025 GC Women's Open Singles champion, and really
Well deserved. Well deserved.
well deserved. Yep, and well played, Brenda Lee. Yep, definitely. Yep, she told me before the match that she was just so stoked to be playing in the final.
Yes,
and she's really done herself proud.
she sure has.
Great win in that second game. Very competitive all the way through.
Indeed.
I think a really fantastic event all over, really. I mean, the weather's been fantastic.
Great
the
day all round.
Coverage has been fantastic. Boyd, thanks so much.
No, thank you for
very
having
much
me.
for
Massive thanks to our sponsor,
Bell Property.
And
And to Manly,
Yeah.
Manly Croquet Club for
Yeah.
their hosting.
Yeah, great hospitality. Great day of croquet.
Yep, absolutely.
And the games were very well played. And I hope everyone enjoyed the coverage. I think our next stream for croquet coming up is in Lake Macquarie for, I think it's the men's.
Oh, that's
No,
in
it's-
Canberra.
The men's.
The
is in
men's.
Canberra.
Oh,
Canberra.
okay, for me anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Croquet,
Oh,
Croquet New South Wales.
I
Will be the New South Wales Open.
I thought I thought you were doing the men's in Canberra, but
Proposed live
yeah.
streaming program, 14th of April, Monday.
Yep, sounds good.
GC Open.
Good. Well,
So that's what we've got coming up for our croquet friends coming up.
they might as well just invite Malcolm and I to contest the final now, really, might they? I mean, wouldn't that be a good idea?
Now, are we doing the presentation or
I don't know. That's in Boyd's hands.
what's the normal thing, Boyd?
Well, it depends how long it's going to be. I mean, are they doing it right away or?
Well, my guess is that if
They've
you've
got
got
the shield
if
there.
you've got the local member,
They don't want to
and
get
he's been here for 3 hours, they
Wow.
probably
Straight away.
he probably wants to get a move on. Yeah.
Okay. We won't be able to have it hear what they're saying though.
No,
I think not.
but we can hear the bell. Oh yay, oh yay.
Oh.
Hear ye, everyone.
I could have had the microphone on and got this. If it's charged up, we'll find out quickly. I'll turn it on and hopefully we've got charge in it. We might be able to pick it up. I'll take this mic out and we'll hear it. We can hear.
And all it remains for me is to hand over to Jane to do the rest of the Master of Ceremonies and to present the trophies and introduce our guest.
Well, thank you, everybody. The reason we're hurrying right now, we have our state member, James Griffin, representing Manly, here. And he's going to...
The microphone.
Oh.
Not a fluffy
Do I leave it there?
No, you can hold it if you want.
Oh, sorry.
I can hold the tray if you want.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Am I able to... I've got a lot of list of things, people to thank. First of all, the players. Without you, we would not have had any competition. We've got 2 from Victoria and 1 from South Australia. Welcome. And then from Canberra, regional. I can't remember all them specific, but thank you all for coming. Without you, we wouldn't have had the game. And thank you all for your patience and understanding about getting onto the different lawns. It was a bit of a little hiccup, but we... referees. The referees have been here all day. Andrew, Blake, Michael Chang's gone. And a massive job, and I can tell you when you're standing out there all day, it is very, very tiring. So thank you. I can't see Blake. He must be here somewhere. There. Thank you very much indeed. Next one, kitchen and providing all the food, and all Vin over there, who's done a massive job. And all her ladies who've helped and brought everything. The lawns, all of us think that we have never seen Manly lawns so good. Thank you to Roseanne, our greenkeepers, and Peter and his team for putting in the hoops. They all look fantastic. We are thrilled. David Stanton is gone. He's the tournament's New South Wales. He's gone. And Rosie, she also gets a thank you in there. They've been an enormous help to myself and Angela for getting this up and running. Angela, where's Angela? Angela over here, we really did not know what we were doing in the beginning, and entering all the data and on the spreadsheets and Croquet, and it's been nerve-wracking, but we've enjoyed it and it's been wonderful. I don't know when I want to do it again, but it's been terrific. Thanks, Angela. Chris for our coffee machine. The live streaming people, I think this is the first time we've ever had live streaming at Manly, so it's been wonderful. And just a little aside, somebody watching the live streaming thought the commentary was so wonderful. They've put in their form, submitted their form for our next competition, which is Sea Breeze. So that came in today as a result of the live streaming this morning, today. Sponsors, Bell Property and Bendigo Bank of Minor, but Bell Property has been fantastic. You've all got your... So now I will just quickly read. I'd like to tell you all the plate and playoffs, if this is okay. And then we'll present, and after this presentation we are going to go inside. Everybody is invited to have a complimentary glass of beer, wine, champagne with us, finish off, and we'll draw the raffle inside. But to start with the plate, Pauline Markwell was the plate winner. Well done, Pauline. And Nerida Gill is the fourth. She was the second winner. Sorry, the runner-up. The runner-up. Wherever Nerida is, and a lot of us know how exciting it was for Nerida. Well done, Nerida. Then there are knockoffs. There's I don't understand this. Annika Oswald is there, the winner, and followed by Julie Toms. The other one, Zed knockout, Alison Sharp is there, and Sue Sellers. Well done, Sue and Alison. The runners-up for the final, I'll go fourth, is Liz Montague. Liz somewhere. Janine Sisson from Victoria. Liz Montague is the runner-up, and fourth, right. Okay, sorry, it's Brenda. Would you like to come forward, Brenda? This is the runner-up. You can present it. Yeah. So,
Congratulations, Brenda.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Karen is from Bell Property. She's just presented the runner-up to Brenda. Well done, Brenda.
Okay,
congratulations. And Rosie? So you can give that to her, the winner, and the plate. So, well done, Rosie.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank
There's
you.
your badge.
Woo, thanks a lot.
And I believe this is a plate that
It
Rosie will get her name engraved on there. Yes.
Thank you.
Well done.
Rosie, have your photographs taken.
Yes, please.
All done?
Can I talk?
Yeah, yes. Rosie wants to talk.
Surprise, surprise, Rosie wants to talk. I just want to say, on behalf of the tournament committee, I was the support person for Manly Club in having this event. It was a very brave move for them to say yes to the New South Wales Women's, but it was extraordinary. And the work that was done really from Christmas time to get here, as it was just extraordinary, open-minded, open-hearted, hospitable and generous, and always with a laugh. Absolutely the best little club in Manly by miles. And we really love it, and we hope that they haven't been so shell-shocked that they won't host again next year, but we'd really love to come back next year. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Karen. Thank you. Yeah, James is off. Okay, unless there's anything else. Everybody inside where it's cool for a drink. What? Nibbles?
All right, there we go. So that's going to wrap up today. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope everyone's enjoyed the coverage. Until next time, ta-da and bye-bye for now. Hooroo.
I'm Karen Buckley from Bell Property, and welcome to Manly. Nestled between the golden sands of Sydney's northern beaches and the vibrant pulse of urban life, Manly is the ultimate coastal destination.